And good afternoon or good evening, wherever you may be watching us here on the Carolina Weather Group. I'm Sam Walker on this Tuesday evening, July the 28th, 2026. We always like to put that in there because, you know, some of these things have a long tail. But anyway, glad you could join us here on the Carolina Weather Group for our continuing coverage of our severe weather outbreak that is ongoing, starting in the northwestern corner of North Carolina, and is forecast to continue making its way across the state through this evening and into the early morning hours. In fact, I'm here on the Outer Banks, so I'll be seeing this last of anybody over the next several hours. We are going to update you throughout the evening. Now, as we get into the next couple of hours, we may go to wall-to-wall coverage. Right now, we're just going to get you an update because right now we do have some severe thunderstorms warnings in effect up in the high country in the northwestern corner of North Carolina. Live shot you're seeing right now is Highway 321 south of Blowing Rock, Bishop Ridge, I believe that is, where they have seen some heavy rain earlier, showers and thunderstorms as well. And we're going to go right now. We'll just go ahead and pull up here the radar for you and get you a wide shot of that, because that's really the story right now as what is going on here with the severe weather outbreak we've got going on. So let me zoom on down on this and show you that we do have several severe thunderstorm warnings in effect, including for Boone, as well as Irwin. And yeah, it is very messy there. This map is. I say Irwin, I'm thinking of Irwin in Harnett County, not Irwin in Eastern Tennessee. Apologies. But let's start with the severe thunderstorm warnings that we've got into effect right now here as we cross 520 on this Tuesday evening. All right, so we're going to start with the severe thunderstorm warning covering Alexander and Iredell County. That is in effect until 5:30 for radar indicated hail of up to 1.25 inches and also 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. That severe thunderstorm at 5:09 p.m. was located 9 miles northwest of Statesville, about 5 miles northeast of Stony Point, moving east at 20 miles an hour. I want to get this one so we'll start with this since we're starting here. And I do want to mention, in fact, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect. Let me backtrack just a little bit, get you the current status of everything. So we'll start with the severe thunderstorm watch. This is the warning again that I was talking about for East Central Alexander and Northern Iredell counties. That is for minor hail damage to vehicles. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. And again, that is in effect until 5:30 p.m. Let's see if we can get that severe thunderstorm watch up, just because I want to go through that real quick. 5:26. That severe thunderstorm watch has got 2.5 hours left on it. So 8 p.m. The severe thunderstorm watch that covers pretty much the most of the western half of North Carolina right now. Zoom out and you'll see that. And goes up into Southwest Virginia and Central Virginia that has been expanded into severe thunderstorm watch as well. So severe thunderstorm watch right now until 8 o'clock this evening, pretty much from just west of the Triangle, from the Triad all the way back over to the North Carolina mountains and the Tennessee border. All right, back into our current what we've got warnings wise. Let's click on this one here and see where we're at with this one. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for Avery, Burke, Caldwell, McDowell, Mitchell, and Yancey counties until 5:45 p.m. And this one is for severe thunderstorms extending along a line from 3 miles south of Beech Mountain to 8 miles north of Spruce Pine to 8 miles south of Irwin, moving southeast at 55 miles per hour. So this one is extending out 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, nickel-size hail from radar indication with that warning. Let's see if we can get our warning that's covering Watauga County. That one, I think this is the one I just clicked on, but we're going to make sure about that. Yeah, that's the one we just clicked on. So, okay, that's the warning box. As you can see, it is kind of a messy boxes right now. We got a lot of polygons going on. Severe thunderstorm warning continues all right, that was one that's been canceled. Okay, here we go. Till 5:30 for Central Wilkes, Watauga, and Ashe counties. That was for severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from 6 miles west of Flatwood to near Tusculum, moving south at 20 miles an hour. And again, possibility of radar indicated wind gust with these currently. All right, so we do have some MPing reports coming in. Let's see what some of those are showing. Quarter inch hail size. Where is that? That is around Beach Mountain. Pea-sized hail right around Beach Mountain earlier. There was one from a Cocorus observer showing pea-size, quarter inch hail around 4:20 this afternoon. That hail report, the other one that came up from Beach Mountain, was around 4:23 p.m. Let's see. This was just an imping from rain. We had a couple others here that were hail indications. $50 size hail. Let's get more on that one because that's pretty decent size hail. That was an imping. So that is north of Stony Point. Where are we at here? This is US 64. So there's Taylorsville, Stony Point, around Statesville. So north west of Statesville had an inch and a quarter, $50 size hail report through MPing. Let's see if this one maybe verifies that out. Dime size hail, that was at 5:06 p.m. And as you can see, that was probably from this cell right here north of Statesville. And then right along the I-77, pea-sized hail, that was at 5:22. So that one just coming in a moment ago along Interstate 77 north of the I-40 interchange in Statesville. You can see some lightning is in these cells as well. So those are the MPing reports that we've had so far out of this cluster of storms that have been moving into northwestern North Carolina over the last hour, now starting to make their way into the western Piedmont, into the foothills and the western Piedmont. And as you can see, the polygons are oriented from a northwest to southeast direction. So as we get into, in fact, let me put the map in motion here. This is based off of the Roanoke, the Blacksburg radar, and you can see everything is moving from southwest to or northwest to southeast here right now. All right, we just had a severe thunderstorm warning pop up north of the Triad. This is Rockingham County here. This one just coming in a moment ago, so we'll get this one pulled up for you. Severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect until the top of the hour at 6 o'clock. And that is including started from Henry County and Patrick County, Martinsville, Ridgeway, and those areas north of the state line, but Rockingham and Stokes counties until 6 o'clock. Northeast Stokes, Central Rockingham in this warning here at 5:13. Severe thunderstorm located over Price near Stoneville, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. 60 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter size hail are radar indicated with this severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up here again around Rockingham County and into part of Stokes County in North Carolina just in the last 15 minutes, right as we went on air, in fact. And this is right on the edge of our watch box. As you notice, the watch box ends right now just between Burlington and Hillsborough, right around Mebane. There on I-40 and I-85. Includes Roxborough, and also on down to Ashboro, Albemarle, and to Monroe, and then everything west. So we expect to see the watch box expand out here very shortly in North Carolina. Our friends in South Carolina, we do have one cell right now that's just moved through Highlands and then crossed, headed towards Clemson. That they did issue a special weather statement. I want to see what that one was. That was for inch size hail possible and 40 mile an hour wind gusts. But that cell that moved through Highlands about, what was that? About, almost a half hour ago or more. It has dissipated as it got into South Carolina. So that's where we're at with those boxes. Let's see if we've had anything additional that has popped up here. Yep. Okay, we got as you can tell, there are a lot of polygons going on right now with this cluster of storms. Okay, this is a severe thunderstorm warning from Madison and Yancey counties for radar indication of wind gusts of 60 miles an hour and 1-inch size hail until 6 o'clock. At 5:18, severe thunderstorm was located just south of Greenville, Tennessee, moving southeast at 25 miles an hour. So that severe thunderstorm warning is for central Madison and west central Yancey counties. And then another smaller one that's got 17 minutes left on it. That is for, let's see, that's in Tennessee. Not that we want to leave them out, but those warnings are expiring. But we do have the Tri-Cities getting cells right now. Those are the cells that moved through the Tri-Cities earlier. Let's get back out to a live picture here. Yeah, so we got more cells that are moving through the Tri-Cities in Tennessee, and they're going to make their way into North Carolina as we get in through the next couple of hours. And then out here, we got some cells out towards Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg and Newport, Tennessee. So those are going to be headed for, Waynesville and Cullowhee, and those areas need to watch for that one. The cells here around Greenville, they're going to probably get close or just headed towards Mars Hill right now, looking like they're going to track towards Asheville here in the next hour. And then the stuff that's coming in through Spruce Pine and towards Morganton, that's what Charlotte's going to need to be watching out for. And also the cells are up towards Lenore as we get through the next couple of hours or next hour or two. Those ones are going to be kind of lining up everybody in Charlotte. Now back east, you can see this cell here south of Danville just moving its way north of Yanceyville towards Roxborough right now, starting to get a little fired up there. And then there's a small cell right off of US 64 between Asheboro and right around Ramster, in fact, headed towards Siler City outside the watch box. So there's where we stand right now on the radar and the current warning situation here at just past 5, coming up on 5:30 here on this Tuesday, the 28th. And glad you're joining us here on the Carolina Weather Group. Now, let's just remind you that how we're going to be kind of doing things here tonight. The plan, anyway, is to keep you up to date, of course, both with special cut-ins like this. Best thing I can suggest for you, go over to the Carolina Weather Group channel on YouTube and pull up the net. That is our live streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And of course, that's what we're on right now. So if you're watching us on the net, stay right here. If you're watching us on Facebook or watching us on YouTube on the separate broadcast right now, go to the Carolina Weather Group page on YouTube and you can pull up the weather net. And I'm going to actually show you that right now. Even though, yes, we do have our, you don't want to hear me looping back because that will get confusing. All right. So I'm just going to jump over here. And if you go to the live tab and look for live storms, so let me screen share this one for you, okay? That way you can see exactly what you're looking for if you've not done this before. So let me pull that up. Here we go. So go to the Carolina Weather Group on YouTube. And as you can see, we've got 2 live streams up right now. You've got the one that I'm on both of them right now. But look for live storms, Carolina weather radar, severe alerts, forecasts, and sky cams. Let me see if I can actually copy and share the link on the screen. If I pull this off, folks, hey, that's a big win. Now, you know what? I'm risking risking things here on the restream side of things. I'm not sure I can pull that one off. So just in case, I'm not going to try to throw a link up here right now. But if you scroll down in the description, if you're on our live severe weather coverage for the Carolinas, scroll down, you'll find in the description a link on YouTube. Those of you on Facebook, just go to YouTube, search Carolina Weather Group, look for the page I've got up there, and go to the live tab. That's right here. And you go to that live tab, and you can pull up live weather. That's 24/7. You're going to see live cameras from all over the states. You're going to see both North Carolina, South Carolina live updates, latest conditions all over the state and warnings and watches as they happen. So that's kind of how we're going to be doing things here on this until we really start to see a huge widespread outbreak of severe weather throughout the state. Right now, again, as you can see in the radar above me, which is very cluttered, let me get rid of this one. And we will not going to, we're going to stop sharing this one. Here we go. Stop sharing. All right. Yeah. So there's the radar right now. Everything right now, most of the activity, again, is happening in the northwest corner of the state, starting to make its way towards the I-77 corridor. And it's going to continue probably. Okay, now we've got our first tornado warning, so we're going to stay right here. Now, this tornado warning just issued right now. This is it's issued at 5:32. Now, this is in Tennessee until 6 o'clock. Greene County, southeastern Greene County in East Tennessee, and southwest Unicoi. I think that's right. Unicoi in East Tennessee. That is until 6 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Greenville, Tennessee, moving southeast at 25 miles an hour. This is radar indicated rotation. So let's zoom down on that. And as you can see, the intensity right here of the precipitation in this warning polygon. Let me get out of here. Let's get you blowed out to the radar so you can really see this. There you go. So this is the rotation indication. This is just the precipitation right now. Let me see if I can get our velocity to show. This is coming off of the, I think I'm on Blacksburg right now. So let me switch to GSP. Let me get the GSP radar up for you. And then we can kind of get something a little, we do have, okay, yeah, let me get over here to KMRX. Okay, yeah, there it is. You can see that right now, that indication of possible rotation over near Greenville, Tennessee. And that warning right now does not extend across the North Carolina border, but this cell is on a track that will take it into North Carolina it's very shortly, in fact. Let me see if I can get the storm track up here to give you an idea on timing of this cell. All right, that's the warning. Why am I not getting radar scope does not want to cooperate with me at the moment, and this is not a time I need that. So yeah, you can see the radar indication. This could possibly be a tornado near Greenville, Tennessee, or just southeast of Greenville, Tennessee, and that is headed towards the North Carolina border. I-26 is right there, 25 and 70. So here's Hot Springs, there's Mars Hill. So this is north of Mars Hill where this cell is right now that we do have this tornado warning. All right. It's moving southeast at 21 knots. Okay. So right now that cell Z9 showing it's radar indication of 1-inch hail in it. Again, that tornado warning with hail up to 3/4 of an inch. Of course, the severe thunderstorm warning and flash flood warning that is in effect in that area as well. So things are very busy right now with this particular cell here. This is a tornado warning again that's covering very extreme eastern Tennessee, but this cell is on a track that's going to take it into North Carolina. Let me go back to reflectivity here. Maybe this will give me what I'm looking for. Ooh, is that okay? All right. I see what I got to do here. I got to do some labels for you. So give me just a second here because I'm, unlike everybody else here on the Carolina Weather Group, still kind of learning my way around radar scope. So bear with me for a moment here as I try to find, let's see. Let me make sure I don't have anybody else. Nope. Okay. I want to make sure nobody else is trying to jump in. All right. Why am I not finding what I'm looking for? Because usually I can tell you with the tracks of these, I can usually tell, timing wise what we're looking at here. So give me just a second. Bear with. Okay, here we go. This is what I was looking for. So this is going to cross any minute now into North Carolina. This tornado or this severe thunderstorm cell that is tornado warned. So 5:40 p.m. puts it crossing Highway 212 here in this part of western North Carolina. 555 nearing I-26. In fact, you can see the heavy precipitation starting to cross I-26 north of Mars Hill. 610, it's going to be right outside Mars Hill, and then 625 down to the southeast of Mars Hill. So anybody from northwest of Mars Hill on up to the Tennessee border, you are in the path of this cell that currently has a tornado warning. And yep, we just got extension of that tornado warning now into North Carolina. So let me get that information up here until, so Madison and Yancey counties, you are now under a tornado warning for central Madison County and west central Yancey County until 6:15 p.m. At 5:36 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 9 miles southeast of Greenville, 9 miles south of Tusculum, moving southeast at 20 miles per hour. Radar indicates rotation, possible tornado, ping pong ball size hail with this. This cell here, as we mentioned, that it most likely was going to probably start making its way into North Carolina, is about to do so, and that's why that tornado warning now has been expanded. The Storm Prediction Center did add western parts of North Carolina and up around the border into a 5% chance of tornadoes. And we haven't talked about it. We don't have a tornado watch in effect. We have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect right now across pretty much the western half of North Carolina and up into Virginia, that there was the possibility of an isolated tornado or two with this, and also large hail. And that's what this radar indication of this cell that's moving southeast at 21 knots right now with inch-size hail possible. Now, it might be that the rotation has started to kind of collapse on itself in this. So let me see if I can get the velocity up here. Well, you can see here still right in this area. Let me move that out. But that area right in there, right in the center of this cell, that's where there's an indication of possible rotation as this cell starts to make its way into North Carolina, into Yancey County, and into what are we at? Yancey and Madison counties in north and western North Carolina, right along the Tennessee border. Mars Hill is included in this warning. Right on the, I think that's right on the edge of Burnsville, isn't it? Burnsville is just outside the polygon. There's 19E. There's Mars Hill. Marshall, you're in the path of this. Hot Springs is going to pass just to the north of Hot Springs over the next 10 to 15 minutes. But along I-26, the folks there are in for possibly seeing really this tornado warned cell. But again, it's a radar indication. In fact, as you can see, the heavy precipitation now falling on I-26 north of Mars Hill. And inside this tornado warning, here is, we've got a lot of overlapping tornado warnings out in this part of the state. So want to stay with this a little bit longer. Let's see. This tornado warning. Okay, that's the green in Unicoi counties. Because there's the border right there. So right along the Tennessee, North Carolina border where I-26 passes across us, that's where we're seeing things really getting active with the showers and thunderstorms. But this right here is where the rotation in the center of this cell that has prompted this tornado warning in Madison and Yancey counties in North Carolina. That's this cell right here, and 547. So again, 602. That's where it's projected. So passing the center of this cell, even in Mars Hill right now, seeing quite a bit of showers, heavy rain right now. The center of the tornado warning cell is going to pass just north of Mars Hill around 610, between 610 and 615 right now, according to radar. So let me back out big picture now, because we've got a couple more. Statesville now in a tornado warning. A severe thunderstorm warning. North Wilkesboro, you're in one. Looks like Boone is out. Yeah, Boone and Blowing Rock are just outside right now. Spruce Pine, Green Mountain, Newland, you're all in one at the moment. Severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's see. And then I'll take it on out even further. Still got that severe thunderstorm warning up around Reedsville and Eden, Stoneville, those areas, Wentworth. You're in that severe thunderstorm warning right now for that cell out there. Nothing to the east. All this activity that we got going on right now, and this is on the okay. This is the Knoxville radar. I'm gonna switch just because we're getting a little far out from the Knoxville radar. So let me get the radars to pop up. Come on, you. There we go. We will go to Blacksburg. Let's see if that helps us a little bit. Switch over to Raleigh, see if there's anything out east. No, everything right now is in the western parts of North Carolina, and the northwestern parts for the most part. Let's see. Yeah, they're a better idea of that cell that's covering a good chunk of Rockingham County right now. Right there is this cell that's just outside of Stoneville, south of Eden. Wentworth is getting it right now, and Reedsville as well. I'm going to stay on the Raleigh radar. Now we're going to hit back over to KGSP at the moment, just because this cell here, even though Knoxville is closer. So yeah, I'll stay with Knoxville's radar just because we got the tornado warning that's in effect. Again, that tornado warning, see if there's an update on it. Let me turn off the radar indicator and go back to here. Okay, now we are seeing observed. All right, so got an update here just a minute ago. Tornado warning remains in effect until 6:15 for central Madison and west central Yancey counties. At 5:42 p.m., a confirmed tornado was located 12 miles southeast of Greenville, Tennessee, or 10 miles south of Tusculum, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. Damaging tornado, ping pong ball size hail. This is a radar confirmed tornado. Locations impacted by this warning include Mars Hill, Faust, Allen Stand, Swiss, and Wolf Ridge. So folks in those areas need to get to their tornado shelters. They need to get to that safe spot. If you know anybody that way, hit them up. Hit them up because we do have a confirmed tornado with that warning until 6:15 for central Madison and west central Yancey counties. This was again national severe weather statement from the National Weather Service in Greenville, Spartanburg at 5:43 p.m. So 2 minutes ago, this was issued that there was a confirmed tornado outside of Greenville and Tusculum, Tennessee, moving into North Carolina. Moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. This is for central Madison and west central Yancey counties, right along the Tennessee North Carolina border, northwest of Mars Hill. The radar right now shows that this cell is going to make its way to around Mars Hill between 6:02 and 6:17 p.m. I wish those other locators were showing up on this map because that would really help things out with trying to keep you informed on where this is at. That tornado warning. Okay, I see. Yeah, as you can see, the tornado warning polygon's been blown out a little bit more to include Mars Hill and close to Marshall. And we mentioned in the text of that. Let's see. Get back into that polygon. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we'll get out here so we can stay more focused. Get the text up for you. There we go. All right. So again, this is areas that include Mars Hill, Faust, Allen Stand, Swiss, and Wolf Ridge are in the tornado warning area right now in Yancey and Madison counties. All right. And I see now the radar is now indicating the tornado. Feature TVS. Okay, let's see if this will help break out things. So yes, we've got 40 knots average delta velocity, 71 knots the low level, maximum delta at 80 knots. Uh, let's see, 28,000 feet, 2,000 maximum shear. This is a lot. So yeah, 100% chance of hail, 20% chance of severe hail, max size about 3/4 of an inch, according to the Knoxville radar. Is confirming a tornado. We have not had any visual confirmations on this. So let me jump over onto Weather Chat and see if we've got anything there for Knoxville and what they're seeing. Okay, nope. But let me go to GSP since this warning is in the Greenville Spartanburg. All right, see if there's anything there. Okay, right now. Okay, yeah, nothing from Greenville Spartanburg as far as any reports yet on this. But it was pointed out, Jason Boyer at WLOS had pointed out that was not liking how things looked on their radar, that 535 radar that we showed you earlier, that the velocity readings that, yeah, that was starting to look like a tornado. So let me switch. Okay. I've got another one here, possibly some velocity near Bakersville and Mitchell County moving southeast. All right, we're going to keep an eye on that. So let's get back over onto the velocities now. Okay, so this would be where that tornado would be indicated on radar, just crossing Highway 272. Northwest of 25 and 70. I'm sorry, northeast, and to the west of 26 at the moment. Mars Hill is right here. So right now, Mars Hill would be considered on the path for this at just after 6:08. Okay, so that indicates maybe they're thinking this thing might die out before it could get there. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on it. But right in this area is where this possible rotation, or at least radar's indicating a tornado. Again, in Madison County, Yancey County, you're in that tornado warning. And let me see if we've got an update on that warning now as we get in. Yeah, 1.5 inch hail. Okay, the 543. So this was the last statement. Yeah, 542 confirmed tornado. Southeast of Greenville, south of Tuscaloosa, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. Areas around Mars Hill, Faust, Allenstan, Swiss, and Wolf Ridge are in the tornado warning that is currently in place for central Madison and central and west central Yancey counties. And again, this is right along the Tennessee border in North Carolina, where this tornado warning is in effect. Again, glad you're along with us here on the Carolina Weather Group. I'm Sam Walker with our severe weather coverage on this Tuesday, the 28th of July. As we watch what's going on with this tornado warning, while that's in progress, let me just pull back and let's get an update on some severe weather, severe thunderstorm warnings that have been expanded out. I'll go back to that cell that we're watching in just a moment because we've got some updates. These polygons now starting to take form out in the foothills and in the west and northwestern mountains. Already Boone and those areas have seen some thunderstorms roll through, but starting to see things making its way towards the I-40 corridor. So this severe thunderstorm warning now in effect with radar indication. Let's see, this was issued at 5:42 p.m. Severe thunderstorm warning for parts of McDowell, Mitchell, Caldwell, Avery, Yancey, and Burke counties until 6:30 p.m. Severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from 7 miles southeast of Newland to 5 miles northeast of Spruce Pine to 8 miles northeast of Burnsville, moving southeast at 25 miles an hour. Possibly watching for some radar indication rotation with that cell, but nothing else has changed on that one. This severe thunderstorm warning right now, that's kind of come out here short over the last bit. And I know for folks that are watching us on the vertical, I need to be more mindful of that. Apologies. Let's see here. Here's the severe thunderstorm warning that includes Statesville, Alexander, Caldwell, Catawba, and Iredell counties. You're in this one until 6:30 p.m. For northeastern Catawba, all of Alexander County, central Iredell, and southeastern Caldwell counties at 5:44. Severe thunderstorms located along the line, extending from 8 miles west of Taylorsville to 4 miles east of Lenoir, moving east at 40 miles an hour with 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail possible, according to radar. Then we've got severe thunderstorm warning around North Wilkesboro. And let's see here. This was severe thunderstorm warning for, let's see, that includes, okay, that was the statement. In effect till 6:30 for central Wilkes County. Severe thunderstorm at 5:45 located near Fairplains and over North Wilkesboro, moving east at 40 miles an hour. Radar indicating 60-mile-an-hour wind gust in that severe thunderstorm warning. And we've got severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for parts of Rockingham County, around Wentworth and Reedsville. This severe thunderstorm warning, that one is going to be in effect until top of the hour, 6 o'clock. So they're probably going to let that one expire. Still got the severe thunderstorm watch from just west of the Triangle, and on down Monroe, Albemarle, Asheboro, Burlington, up to Roxborough in the severe thunderstorm watch, and everything to the west, everything to the east right now, not in the watch box, but we do anticipate that watch box being expanded out as we get into the evening and overnight. And this severe thunderstorm, this severe weather threat that we've got for all of North Carolina is expected to last until the early morning hours of Wednesday as things head out here towards the Outer Banks. I'm Sam Walker. Glad you're along with us here on the Carolina Weather Group. Let's get you, let's reset right now because we do have a tornado warning and radar indication that there was a tornado that had formed near Greenville, Tennessee, and Tusculum, Tennessee, and had moved its way into North Carolina. So the tornado warning still in effect for Madison and Yancey counties until 6:15 p.m. Areas that are in this warning include Mars Hill, Faust, Allenstan, Swiss, and Wolf Ridge. I'll go to the velocities here in just a second. Let's go back to the velocities here and see what we're looking at now, because right now it looks like the cell will move just northeast of Mars Hill about 625. This is the area right around Highway 212, and here's I-26. Let's see. That is, yep. I've got my geography here in this part of the state sometimes fails me. I have to admit. This was the cell that had the indication of possibly be tornadic, and it looks like things have dropped back a little bit now. Yeah, this is more a hail. It looks like there's more indication it's now lost that tornadic component on radar, and still though dropping some hail in that area. Now we don't have any impings. Obviously, this is some of the rugged terrain in that part of the state, so not a lot of people around, not a lot of cell phone coverage out there. So we're going to have to rely a lot on the emergency management reports and law enforcement reports from out there to indicate if we've had a tornado go through there, or at least any hail reports. So nothing has come in as of yet. So again, Mars Hill, just the cell to the northwest of Mars Hill, heading towards I-26, which let's see, what is it? I-26, what is that, 19, right? Yeah. And 19, here's Asheville. So where we're looking at is north of Asheville right now with that tornado warning. That remains in effect until, what do we got? Until 6:14, 6:15. 6:15 p.m. is when that tornado warning expires. All right, so zooming back out, just to kind of make sure we're not missing any of the warnings that are in effect. We'll get the radar back up, go back to reflectivity after being looking at those velocity reports. And as you can tell, I'm on the Knoxville radar right now because Knoxville's the closest to where this this tornado warning is. So we want to kind of stay on the Knoxville radar since it's the closest look we're getting at the moment. But we have seen some hail reports start to pop up on MPing. And then we do have some public. Okay, we've got, let's see. All right, nothing in this warning box right now as far as public statements. There was an MPing for a quarter-inch hail at 5:03 p.m. around Greenville, Tennessee. I'm assuming that is a rain. Yep, that's a rain MPing. And yeah, all those are rain ones. I think we had talked about this one earlier with the hail report. Yeah, quarter-inch hail around 4:20. West of Boone, some thunderstorm wind damage reported at 5 p.m. That was on the Tennessee border. Let's see. Yeah, that was southwest of Laurel Bloomery, Tennessee. Some thunderstorm wind damage with trees down reported by the public. That was at 5 o'clock when that report came in, but we don't have any reports right now that have come in from this tornado warned cell. But I did mention we did have an MPing report that came in Greenville, Tennessee. Okay, we have had some. Here's our first damage report with several trees down a mile west northwest of Greenville, Tennessee. This is that from that cell that is prompted this tornado warning in parts of North Carolina here in Yancey and Madison counties. That tornado warning continues until 6:15 for central Madison and west central Yancey County. For this radar indication of a possible tornado. But we have that. I take that back because National Weather Service Greenville Spartanburg is now calling a confirmed tornado 12 miles southeast of Greenville, 10 miles south of Tusculum. That was at 5:42, so 18 minutes ago. But that cell has made its way well into North Carolina now. And that's the one we're watching right here. Cell Z9, 6:06 p.m. Approaching Interstate 26. So crossing the center of circulation or center of this cell. It's expected to cross between here in the next 10 minutes at the most. Expected to cross I-26 north of Mars Hill here around 6:10 p.m. As it makes its way. And let me see if I can get what we got here. Nope, that doesn't give me anything. So, yeah, okay, distance tool. But that would be distance from the radar, I think. Yeah, well, okay, here we go. So, yeah, about 6 miles is where the center of rotation with this tornado warned cell. So, about 6 miles from Interstate 26. And turn that tool off. Get to Mars Hill here. We'll zoom back out. So this is going to be. All right, there we go. Let's get you some distance measurements here. So here's Mars Hill. So that cell is the center is about 11 miles northwest of Mars Hill at the moment. Or, well, that was the latest. Now it's inside 9 miles. So about 9-10 miles northwest. And it looks like it's going to pass north of Mars Hill. But on the track it's on right now, after that little shift there, I think it's got more of an easterly component in its track. And that is obviously the reason why we're seeing it, where the way the tornado warning polygon is set up for Madison, for west central Yancey counties and for central Madison County. So it's still in that area there, but that tornado warning is continuing until 6:15 p.m. Okay. Yeah. So that one that we were talking about earlier, that was Bakersville and Spruce Pine. Looks like that rotation was still remaining broad about 10 minutes ago, but it may be getting a little more interesting. So we'll take a look at it. And that is a cell that is to the east. Okay. Yeah. That's this cell right here. That has prompted that severe thunderstorm warning for Avery, Burke, Caldwell, McDowell, Mitchell, and Yancey counties, with radar indication of some hail. That severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6:30 for central McDowell, southeastern Mitchell, southeast western Caldwell, southern Avery, southeastern Yancey, and Burke counties. 5:56 p.m. Severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from 12 miles southeast of Newland to 4 miles west of Spruce Pine, moving southeast at 25 miles an hour, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, and nickel-size hail possible, according to radar indications. But there is some rotation in that, possibly, or at least it's broad. At least that's what the folks at Greenville Spartanburg are looking at right now as it passes over Spruce Pine. So that looks like it's not. You know what? That is looking at the Knoxville radar. I'm going to switch to the Greenville Spartanburg now. Oh, of course, it's going to zoom me back out. That's okay. All right. Yeah, maybe here. That's what I think everybody was kind of looking at, was just over Spruce Pine, the possibility of some rotation. In fact, yeah, that is a rotation indication. Moses cyclone with 24 knots low level, 30 knots low level delta, around 4,000 feet, and max rotational velocity 30 knots. But faults on the TVS, so they're not thinking. It's still a little broad. But let's go back to the one that we're watching over here in Yancey and Madison counties, because that's the one that's got everybody. That's why we have a tornado warning still in effect. All right. Mesocyclone with 30 knots low level rotation, 47 knots low level delta, and 40 knots the max at about 7,000 feet. So that's still well above the surface, moving at 23 knots east southeast. So still rotation in this cell, which earlier the radar indicated it was a tornado. And so that's what prompted that tornado warning. So still keeping an eye on that. In the meantime, while you're looking at that, I'm going to put it back into motion just so you can see how it's formed up over and right around Greenville, Tennessee. And we'll take it back a little bit. Right as it passed over Greenville, Tennessee, you know what? We probably should go back to the Knoxville radar because it was giving a better picture of this cell. Let's see here. Let me get to the Knoxville. There you are, KRMRX. Okay, so here's how Knoxville had this one. And we go back to last hour. And this is the velocity on that one. Yeah, let's go back to velocities here. All right, this is the current picture. Yeah, now it's okay. I've kind of lost myself here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, in fact, it looks like that rotation is just about to kind of lose itself. It's still indicating possible rotation. But I wanted to take it back because the warning's going to last about another 10 minutes here. So you just watch it. Skirt. Okay. Maybe we can take it frame by frame. That's what I wanted to get, was a frame by frame. Okay, as it comes towards Greenville, Tennessee, and right in this area, just southeast. I just had it, and that's what I get for clicking on. Oh, okay. So there's our first. Well, that's an imping for possible tree damage, but this right here, that's where that rotation was. As we got the warning issued, the initial warning, and then it has since moved into North Carolina. And here's what we're looking at right now. This is at 6:06 p.m. Still a possibility of rotation, although it's the signature half-inch hail. So this one's just the hail indication now. Looks like it's lost that rotation in it. So that probably means that the rotation, again, this is just north of Mars Hill. So this tornado warning, which lasts another 7 minutes, got a feeling, at least the Knoxville radar has indicated that. I'm going to add it to our favorites here, just while we're thinking about it. Add KMRX to favorites. Okay. Let us go to Greenville Spartanburg, see what it's thinking. All right. So it's still showing that rotation possibility in there as it gets a little closer. What was that imping back up? Let's see. Is that an imping? 3-inch limbs broken. That's an imping report from southeast of Greenville, Tennessee. So that would have been associated with this tornado warned cell we had earlier. All right, Irwin, I've got some thunderstorm wind damage reported at 5:20 p.m. This is 1 mile northeast of Irwin, Tennessee. Several trees down. We had this one. This is also from that cell that's the tornado warned cell, where we had some several trees reported down by the public a mile northwest of Greenville, Tennessee. So the rotation still showing on radar, and this cell back here is still showing a little bit of possible rotation. Looks like that spruce pine cell that we were looking at a moment ago, it's now just turned into more of a hail possibilities. So going to expand back out, and let's get you caught up on the warnings. Okay, we've seen this warning here. We got a special weather statement now for Burlington, right along 40 and 85 here on the back end of the afternoon commute. Special weather statement. Strong thunderstorms going to impact northern Alamance and northeastern Guilford counties through 7:15 p.m. Doppler radar tracking a strong thunderstorm over Reedsville, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour with wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour. Locations to impact will be impacted: Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Elon, McLeansville, Gibsonville, Haw River, Lake Burlington, Monticello, and Lake Kamak Park and Marina. That includes I-40 between mile markers 137 and 145, 149 and 151, and 153 and 155. So basically mile markers 137 and 155 on the 4085 corridor. There between the triangle and the triad on the east of Greensboro, the Burlington area. This thunderstorm is going to be moving that way over the next hour, maybe less. In fact, it looks like about 6:59. So by the top of the hour, the center of this is going to be right on I-40, but it probably is going to start to really come down on I-40 in the next 30 minutes or so. You can see some light rain there. And again, now we are on the Greenville radar at the moment, just because watching that cell out towards where we had the tornado warning. Okay, I've got this. See here if we got anything new on this warning. Severe thunderstorm warning. Oh, this is considerable damage threat from this particular one. Severe thunderstorm warning for Alexander, Caldwell, Catawba, and Iredell counties. 2-inch hail, radar indicated 60-mile-an-hour wind, and the damage threat is considerable. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6:30 p.m. for northeastern Catawba, southern Alexander, west central Iredell, and southeastern Caldwell counties. At 6:08 p.m., severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from 5 miles east of Taylorsville to 9 miles northeast of Hickory, moving east at 40 miles an hour. 2-inch hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are the hazards from this severe thunderstorm that is right now in Catawba, Alexander, and Iredell counties. So we're going to let that tornado warning expire, it looks like, as that rotation. But this one right now, considerable. And as you can see from the rainfall, let's go with the velocity here. And you can see some weak rotation in this. There has been a report of pea-size hail from an imping report. That is east of Bethlehem, northeast of St. Stephen, northeast of Hickory. So the center of this cell, if you look at downtown Hickory, right here. So, I don't want that. I want this measure. Okay. So here's Hickory right now. So the center of this cell is about 6 miles northeast of Hickory at the moment. Just moved through Bethlehem, St. Stephen's, Claremont, Conover. You're in the path of the center of this the severe thunderstorm. So I-40. Let's see. You know what? Let me go and see if we can get. I'm going to pull the radar here and let you look at that while I go over to the Drive-NC website, and let's see if we can pull up a camera on I-40 in that area near Hickory. That would be great. Nope. I should have known. I should have known that. Unfortunately, it does not look like there are any cameras in that area currently that are active. Okay. Well, that's disappointing. Okay. Let's see what the Statesville camera is showing. It's the I-40 at 148W. So exits 132 to 141 on I-40. I know I talked earlier about the exit numbers that I mentioned a moment ago. Those actually are I-85 exit numbers in the Burlington area. When you got the combo, the dual carriageway of 85 and 40. All right. So it's unfortunately I don't have a camera out there to look at. It looks like in the Hickory area. That's a shame. Was hoping we'd have one of the new Drive-NC cameras that could give us some live updates. Not seeing if we've got any cameras out there either that are weather stem. But this is where I'm talking about. Conover and Claremont are getting the heaviest of precipitation right now, right along I-40. That's a severe thunderstorm with considerable damage possible from large hail, 2-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, and that runs until 6:30 p.m. And again, that severe thunderstorm warning is for Alexander, Caldwell, Catawba, and Iredell counties. Another severe thunderstorm warning that we were looking at earlier, that is continuing between Marion and Valdez along I-40. Spruce Pine was in this earlier, and this severe thunderstorm warning lasts another 13 minutes, so until 6:30 p.m. Central McDowell, southeastern Mitchell, southwestern Caldwell, southern Avery, and southeastern Yancey and Burke counties. At 5:56 p.m., that was that line extended from 12 miles southeast of Newland, 4 miles west of Spruce Pine, moving southeast at 25 miles an hour, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, and nickel-size hail. There's a song. That tornado warning we had out here northwest of Mars Hill has expired. Still some indication of rotation, and we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that continues for another hour out of this. Buncombe County now in this severe thunderstorm warning. Was just issued 2 minutes ago. Southeastern Madison County, northeastern Buncombe, and southwestern Yancey until 7:15. Severe thunderstorm located 6 miles northeast of Marshall, near Mars Hill, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour with 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and half-dollar size hail possible Locations that expected to be impacted include downtown Asheville, Marshall, Woodfin, Weaverville, Mars Hill, as we mentioned, Biltmore Forest, Mount Mitchell State Park, the Blue Ridge Parkway east of Asheville to Craigie Gardens. So that is that severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. Got another severe thunderstorm warning. Now, this is for a severe thunderstorm that's making its way out of Tennessee at the moment and starting to make its way into towards Canton and Waynesville. So this severe thunderstorm warning, which was issued 15 minutes ago, is for southwestern Madison, northeastern Swain, Haywood, and northwestern Buncombe until 6:45. At 6:02, severe thunderstorms were located along a line from 14 miles northwest of Marshall to 8 miles south of Newport, moving southeast at 40 miles an hour with 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail from that severe thunderstorm. All right, let's see. We do have some thunderstorm wind damage reported at 6 p.m. This is from the cell. Several trees are down around 3 miles south of Newport, Tennessee. That's from this cell that has prompted this warning here. That is going towards Canton and Waynesville. You got another warning over Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge that are in, and that cell is going to make its way towards the Waynesville and Canton area. So Cherokee, Bryson City, and those areas may start to see this. No change right now in our severe thunderstorm watch box. That is still in effect for until 8 o'clock for the western half of North Carolina, as well as up into Virginia and Tennessee. Got a feeling that maybe they'll be able to pull Tennessee out of that watch box in the next hour or so. And that watch box has not been expanded as of yet any farther east, but that's not to say that will not be happening. All right. We're still on the GSP radar at the moment. Let's see if the green, yeah. All right. Okay. Now we do have a tornado warning just coming in. And this is that cell we were just talking about over the Newton Conover area, northeast of Hickory. So a tornado warning has been issued for Greenville-Spartanburg, from Greenville-Spartan, sorry, Catawba County, southern Alexander, northeastern Lincoln, and central Iredell until 7 o'clock. At 6:17 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 5 miles east of Hickory or near St. Stephen's, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. Radar indication rotation, possible tornado with quarter-size hail. This dangerous storm will be near St. Stephen's, Conover, and Claremont now, Catawba around 6:30, and Lake Norman around 6:50 p.m. As you can see, that cell is starting to line up for passage over the north suburbs of Charlotte. So we're going to have to keep this one, our eyes on this one. There's your times. So looks like it's going to cross the center of circulation. Is going to cross I-40 between Conover and Claremont within the next 2 or 3 minutes. So moving at a pretty good pace right now. 641, Cheryl's just west of Cheryl's Ford. Lake Norman of Catawba. Okay, yes, that's why that's mentioned. 656, Westport. And, of course, Lake Norman, the central southern Lake Norman, around 611 is what we're looking at currently, is with this cell here that we are watching for. Possible rotation, 1-inch hail indication in the radar right now. The cell here, I'll pull the velocities on it. And yeah, here's where that possible rotation is, right in this area. So that is just literally over St. Stephen's, where that rotation is showing. And Conover is kind of in the path of that, just northwest of it. Okay, now we've seen a little bit of change in it with the latest radar image. So again, this tornado warning is for Conover, Catawba, Newton, and then just outside of Maiden, on down to Lake Norman. Sherrills Ford, you're in it, as well as right on the edge of Statesville is in the tornado warning. Troutman also in that tornado warning box. So if you're in those areas, get to your shelter. Put yourself in a safe spot where you would normally go. Now, again, this is rotation indicated by radar. This is not, again, I repeat, this is not a confirmed tornado at this point. This is radar indication of rotation. That tornado warning lasts until 7 o'clock. We've had the public report from this pea-size hail. Someone reporting that on MPing. Pea-size hail from this cell. That was reported about 10 minutes ago. So unfortunately, like I said, we don't have a camera on a DOT camera in that area. We do have some as we get towards Lake Norman, where on I-77, I don't expect them to be showing much of anything there. No, construction. Let's see if there might be a webcam or something we could maybe webcam. Hickory, North Carolina. Let's see if there's any. Oh, the city of Hickory has one. And now I'm looking at it right now, and there's not much. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is EarthCam from the city of Hickory. Add that up here. Let's see if I can get this to show how I want this to show. All right. I have to do it in the browser. Let's see. Add. So we're going to add the Hickory camera right now on EarthCam. Oh, hi everybody. This is Sam Walker. Hi. How you doing from here on the Outer Banks? This is the disembodied voice you've been hearing with the radar all over the last 30 minutes or so. So let's see here. I'm going to pull myself out of here because I want to get this as a side, but let me get this as a 2-shot here. So give me just a second. Yeah, give me here. All right. Okay. And sorry for not jumping on the comments, folks. Bartholomew, you're in Hickory. Okay. Thanks for checking in with us. Sorry I missed those comments there a moment ago, as I've been really with this. Okay. We've got a couple things happening here. Let me go back and make sure we have not seen another tornado warning extended out. Yep. Okay. Thanks for that, Christian. Let me thank you for weighing in with that, Christian. Yes, we do have another tornado warning now issued for the Mars Hill area, and this includes Asheville. So we've got 2 tornado warnings currently in effect. One for the Hickory, Newton, and let me blow this. I'm going to blow this back out here just because we've got a pretty wide area we're trying to cover at the moment. So let's start. So the Newton, Hickory area, St. Stephen's, Claremont, Catawba, Conover, you are in a tornado warning. And now we got a tornado warning until 7 o'clock. Back over from Mars Hill, Weaverville, into Asheville, Black Mountain, you're on the edge of this one, Swannanoa, Montreat as well. So let me give you the specs on this tornado warning, and this is the velocity image. So here's where you can see that rotation indication. Let's see here. I want to get the tornado warning data up for you. Radar indication of a tornado and hail up to 1.25 inches. This was issued at 6:22 p.m., so 4 minutes ago. Tornado warning for southeastern Madison County and central Buncombe County until 7 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles east of Marshall or near Mars Hill, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. The hazard's tornado and $half size hail. Radar indicated rotation. This dangerous storm will be near Blue Ridge Parkway, East Asheville to Craigie Gardens around 6:40. Swannanoa and Warren Wilson College around 6:50. Other locations impacted by this dangerous thunderstorm include Flat Creek, Barnardsville, and Montreat. And that is until this warning is until 7 o'clock. So the cell that we watched come out of Tennessee earlier and radar indicated a tornado has re-energized, or at least has intensified again, and has prompted another tornado warning until 7 o'clock near Mars Hill. That's already kind of moved south of Mars Hill towards Weaverville. It's going to probably skim by Weaverville to the northeast. Montreat, Black Mountain, Swannanoa. In the line of this, East Asheville, also just east of Asheville, in this as well. So that tornado warning there is just been issued. Let's go back to our other one, just because we got a pretty sizable population areas that are in the just on the edge of this. All right, we just got an update on this tornado warning that was around Conover and Newton Conover, east of Hickory. 6:28, the tornado warning for southern Alexander County is canceled. The tornadic thunderstorm which prompted the warnings moved out of that area. Severe thunderstorm watch remains until 8 p.m. Tornado warning remains in effect for Catawba, northeastern Lincoln, and southwestern Iredell counties until 7 o'clock. At 6:28 p.m., severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Newton or near Claremont, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. Radar indicated rotation. Tornado and quarter-size hail. This dangerous storm will be near Conover and Claremont right now, and Lake Norman at 6:50. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Sherrills Ford, Startown, Terrell, or is that Terrell? We call it Terrell out here. Oxford and Brandeis. All right, so we got double severe tornado warning boxes in place right now. Yes, I'm on the velocity radar indication. I'll go back to the more common rain indicators just to make things a little simpler for folks to see at the moment. But then we're going to go back to the velocity because that's what we're watching, because the rotation that's indicated by the radar. Let's see here. All right, so that rotation up around Mars Hill, that's actually for 40 knots at 5,000 feet. That rotation there. Let's see. What's that? Power lines down. Okay, we got some reports, some power lines down around Marion on MPing. Don't have any MPing reports right now in this warning box. We did, that pea-sized hail earlier in east of Bethlehem. And that was at 6:12 p.m. All right. Zoom out just to see if we got, okay, we have another tornado warning now, and this is, I'm going to switch to the Raleigh radar for this one because this one is so close to that one. We got another tornado warning now in effect. This is probably going to be a radar indication, but we'll get that in just a second here. This includes just north of Burlington and Mebane, and just between Burlington and Reidsville. So tornado warning in effect until this is for northern Alamance and northeastern Guilford counties till 7:15. At 6:24, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Monroeton, or near Reidsville, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. Radar indication of a tornado will be near Burlington around 6:45, so in 15 minutes, and Elon around 6:50. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Lake Kamek Park and Marina. Let's see, Altamahaw, Ossipee, and Glen Raven, Union Ridge, and Altamahaw. This includes Interstate 85 and 40 near mile marker 142. That's I-85 40, mile marker 142. That's different than the mile markers for just I-40, which are in the 100s and 40. The 140 is out towards Statesville in that area where we've got another warning. So this is our latest tornado warning that's been issued. That is for parts of Alamance and Guilford County. So the folks in Burlington, you need to be getting ready for this. Anything between Reidsville and Burlington and Elon, this rotation here looks like it's going to be kind of wanting to pass north of Burlington and head towards Green Level, just north of Haw River, and towards Mebane. Graham, right over north of Graham. So this is that rotation we're talking about right here. There's Reidsville. And that rotation right now, southeast of Reidsville, heading into Alamance County, but towards Altamaha and Ossipee. Glen Raven, it's going to pass north of you. Burlington, Elon, you're in the path of this. So get to your safe spot if you are in Alamance County and even a little tiny northeast piece where our US 29, whatever it is now, because they've got so many different numbers out there. US 29, that's where the cell is just east of US 29. Let's see that one there. Okay, so we've got 3 tornado warnings in place now, currently here in North Carolina. And let's go back over to the one that's had that warning that we had that runs another 26 minutes. So the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. Updated on this one. This was update we already gave you. 7 o'clock for Catawba, northeastern Lincoln, and northeastern Lincoln, southwestern Iredell counties. That is near Claremont. That was near Claremont about 5 minutes ago. All right, so we got some public reports, some impings, pea-sized hail again with that. Some damage reported. So this thunderstorm that's has a history of causing damage. Got some trees blocking Baker Teague Road 3 miles north of Bethlehem. Another cell that was okay. That one we already trees down on Pisgah Church Road. That's near Stony Point. That was from last hour. All right. Now, the Raleigh radar is too far out to get us, so we're going to switch back to Greenville Spartanburg because I want to get you back to the one that cell now that is making its way. We've got the tornado warning here that includes Asheville and Black Mountain, Montreat, as well as Swannanoa. This is that cell that was near Mars Hill. Looks like the rotation might be weakening enough, but they're going to keep that tornado warning in effect for another 25 minutes. We got an inch and a quarter in hail, possible tornado according to radar. Haven't talked about the lightning in these cells. There's a lot of lightning in these cells, as you can see, and some pretty heavy downpours as well. So, all right. Velocity is really what we need to be focused on right now because that is where we're getting all this rotation. So we got 3 tornado warnings in effect right now. One in the Piedmont, in the Triad, just east of the Triad, between the Triad and the Triangle. We've got one northwest of Charlotte in the Hickory area, headed towards Lake Norman. And again, we got one in around Asheville, just north and east of Asheville. Here as we come up on 6:35 on this Tuesday evening. I'm Sam Walker here on the Carolina Weather Group with our continuing live severe storm coverage. And okay, this is the Greenville. Let me go back to the Raleigh. I don't think Charlotte's really going to help me out because it's so short range. Yeah, maybe can show that rotation. This is the terminal radar in Charlotte at Charlotte Douglas. So it might give us a little better picture of where that rotation is, just because it's in close, but it doesn't have a lot of range. Moving southeast at about 19 knots currently. That's that rotation there. That is that center of the hail indication with half-inch hail. Looking to see if we had any new warnings other than our current tornado warnings. Okay, we'll get off the Charlotte terminal radar back over to Raleigh. So I want to move back to the east Folks up in northeastern North Carolina out my way might want to start watching things because we do have some cells in Virginia that are starting to make their way in that may, at least this area here. And let me go back to radar right now. We've got this one cell between South Hill and Emporia. It might make its way into Northampton County there. But more importantly, we do have three tornado warnings currently in place here in North Carolina. All this is right now radar indication. One just north of Burlington. That is for another 37 minutes. And radar indication of possible tornado, hail up to 3/4 inches in diameter. This was issued at 6:24 for parts of Alamance and Guilford counties, northern Alamance, northeastern Guilford until 7:15. The areas that will be near Burlington around 6:45 and Elon around 6:50. That cell there. This warning here. This one is around Newton and headed in the general direction of Lake Norman until 7 p.m. for Catawba, northeastern Lincoln, and southwestern Iredell counties. This storm was headed towards Lake Norman, should be at around 6:50. Cheryl's Ford, Startown, Terrell, Oxford, and Bandeyes. You are in the path of this storm. And then Asheville, we got this one out here. Tornado warning that now is, they've cut out Madison County on this one. So the warning continues until 7 o'clock for central Buncombe County, including for a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located 9 miles. Let me go back here. I want to get this in. And apologies to our folks who are watching vertical. That's a new thing. So still trying to adjust to that to go from the 16:9 to the 9:16 when we're looking at this stuff. All right. So the 6:36 at 6:36, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 9 miles northeast of downtown Asheville near the Blue Ridge Parkway. East Asheville to Craigie Gardens section and moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. This will be near, again, the Blue Ridge Parkway around 6:40, Black Mountain, Swannanoa, Warren Wilson College around 6:50, Flat Creek, Barnardsville, Montreat also in the path of this possible tornadic thunderstorm. And again, that tornado warning, again, for Buncombe County is until 7 p.m. All right, no other warnings our additional warnings have been issued. So we are going to keep an eye on those three. But I am going to try, here as we kind of blow it out here for you, show the radar, the precipitation radar. Let's see here. Let me replace that. Nope. Okay. And what was I trying to? Okay, yeah. Okay. I was going to try to show you that cell from Hickory. Now you can see some lightning with it. This is a live shot from Hickory of their foothills camera, which, oh man, that thing really focused in on the mountains there a moment ago and then lost it. As you can see, the rain falling on it. So that's a shot from Hickory right now. Probably that's north of that, so I'm not looking in the proper direction. So we're going to take that back down, and maybe we can try to get a better idea with some of the NC traffic cams, the drive-in traffic cams with that are in a general vicinity of this cells currently. Let me see if I can get the radar up. Nope, it's not giving me good radar. And yeah, not seeing much with those right at the moment. That's going to give us any clearer picture of what's going on. Just see a lot of slow traffic on I-40 in the exit 135 to 140 area. Really on 135. That's obviously where that heavy rain is continuing to fall. In fact, that would be here with this cell here. Yeah, just clearing I-40 now. The heaviest of rain, but you can see the rotation indication, or at least the center of circulation, is just off the interstate. So that's probably what's prompted that slow traffic there. That's that earlier report. All right, there's a little strong cell now on the west side of Hickory that we're going to need to watch what it's doing. See, I'm going to kind of bounce back and forth between these watch boxes or these warning polygons at the moment to see if there's anything new with them. All right, so here is a statement. Tornado warning remains in effect until 7:15 for northern Alamance and northeastern Guilford counties. At 6:41, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Camp Springs, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. This dangerous storm will be near Burlington around 6:45 p.m. Other locations impacted: Lake Kamek Park and Marina, Altamaha, Ossipee, Lake Burlington, Glen Raven, and Union Ridge. So that's what this tornado warning here. The center of the rotation just crossing at 6:30 p.m. Was crossing the the Rockingham Alamance County line. And that cell moving at about let's see, east-southeast around 20 knots. So the center of the rotation is expected to pass between Haw River and Mebane around 7:15, so about 30 minutes from now, and make its way across I-40-85 between 7:15 and 7:30, so around 7:20 p.m. So that's an update on that tornado warning. We'll go down here to our one that's still in effect southeast of Conover, east of Maiden, northwest of Cornelius and Westport. Mooresville is to the west. They're all outside that warning. This one, of course, headed towards Lake Norman. 15 minutes left on this warning until 7 o'clock for Catawba County, as well as northeastern Lincoln and southwestern Iredell counties. 6:28 p.m. located near Newton or near Claremont, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. That's the latest update on that cell. And then we've got our other tornado warning in effect for Asheville, which will mean we need to blow back out to GSP to give you a better idea. That tornado warning will expire in 14 minutes. See if we've got an update on it. Not since 6:36, so about 9 minutes ago from Greenville-Spartanburg updated it to take Madison County out of the warning. Central Buncombe remains as the cell makes its way towards downtown Asheville. Starting to see the heavy rain there. Swannanoa, you're kind of up next for the center of the rotation. Black Mountain. Looks like it's going to pass just east there in the center of rotation, actually right over or just crossed the Blue Ridge Parkway a moment ago as it makes its way towards I-40 in Asheville. So let me see if maybe we will get lucky and find a camera that's currently active. Okay, so the tornado warning that was in effect for around Lake Norman and Northwest, that has been canceled. So that tornado warning has been canceled or allowed to expire. But we still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for that entire area. And that severe thunderstorm warning lasts another 43 minutes until 7:30 with 60-mile-an-hour radar indication of 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and 1-inch hail. Severe thunderstorm warning for Catawba, Iredell, Lincoln, Mecklenburg, and Rowan counties. Yes. So this was just issued, this severe thunderstorm warning, for a whole slew of locations on the north side of Charlotte. Uh, Minor hail damage possible from it. Impacted areas include Hickory, Newton, Cornelius, Mooresville, Davidson, Conover, Westport, Claremont, Catawba, and Lake Norman. Still that threat, possible threat of tornadoes. So that severe thunderstorm warning there. And we've been so focused on the tornado warnings. I'm going to just highlight these severe thunderstorm warnings. Another one that didn't last until 7:15 for parts of Burke, Caldwell, Catawba, Cleveland, Lincoln, McDowell, and Rutherford counties. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter size hail in that one. Where we've got the tornado warning still for Asheville and Black Mountain and Montreat. You are also in a severe thunderstorm warning. That is in effect for Buncombe and Yancey counties until 7:15 for that severe thunderstorm warning. And of course, our severe thunderstorm watch that continues until 8 p.m. All right, so we got 2 tornado warnings currently in effect. Looks like the Asheville cell has lost a lot of its characteristics. So we're going to move away from that one at the moment because the one that is north of Burlington really seems to have intensified. Now, this is the Greenville radar. So when we get to the Raleigh radar, we'll get a better idea, at least in terms of the rainfall. But I want to go to the velocity because that's what we've been watching the most. Okay, so yeah. All right. So we do have indication of possible tornado with a max velocity of 90 knots at around 6,000 feet. 2-inch max size hail moving east-southeast at 19 knots. This just crossed Highway 87, North Carolina Highway 87, near Altamaha, Ossipee, is where the center of this rotation is. So Ossipee and Altamaha, Ossipee are getting kind of beat up with this one right now, at least as far as the rotation goes. Now, it's taking more of an easterly than southeasterly track, which would keep it north of Burlington and Green Level and Haw River and Mebane, and keep it off of I-4085 for now, but still making a track towards the I-4085 around Mebane within the next, let's see, we'll get the times here. Come on, there you go. Where is it? There it is, 7:30. Woodlawn, 7:11. 7:15, about 7:15. Let's see this area here. So crossing Highway 62 just in the next maybe 10 minutes with this cell again in Alamance County right now, north of Burlington. That's where we got this tornado warning. So watching that cell there. And let me see what the severe. I'm going to just back out, just see the special weather statement that's issued from that was much earlier. Okay, they just those stay in place. All right, still got the tornado warning out for Asheville for another few moments, but that cell seemed to be as I mentioned. Okay, that was actually the RDU. Apologies, I thought I was on the Raleigh radar. We were actually on the terminal radar at RDU, which is right on the edge of its range. So we will pop over now to. Okay, yeah, it's going to give us a better indication. Still that rotation right in the Altamaha Ossipee area. The timing on that, this is going to give us a better idea. So yeah, still in the southeasterly track. Staying outside of Burlington, at least the center. Staying outside of Burlington, but pass between Haw River and Mebane between 7:07 and 7:22. So about 7:15 towards 7:20 for I-40, I-85, dealing with that strong sell. Now, looking at the velocities, and it looks like the tornado, looks like it's lost the tornadic state on radar, indication on radar. Now it's just hail. Let me see if Raleigh's got anything on this cell at the moment on their okay, we just got, all right, and new severe thunderstorm watch just came over, extending out to the I-95 corridor and all the way out to Greenville. That just got posted by the National Weather Service as we literally until 1 a.m. And this also includes all of northern South Carolina, pretty much northern tier from the upstate over to, from Green, including Greenville, Spartanburg, Columbia, and Florence, all in the severe thunderstorm watch. I'm going to show that map out here in a second because we're still watching this tornado warning. Let's see if I can zoom this out for you. All right, window. Here we go. Yep. All right. So here's the new severe thunderstorm watch that just went into effect until 1 a.m. Pretty much from Greenville to Raleigh, down to Fayetteville, Florence, Columbia, Greenville, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Both the Greenvilles are in this one until 1 a.m. Couple tornadoes possible. Isolated large hail up to ping pong size. Wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour are likely. Scattered wind gusts. So this until 1 a.m. And, earlier today, we were looking at the possibility that, it was going to be about 2 a.m. when the severe thunderstorms made their way across out here to the Outer Banks. Well, looks like it's going to be a later night than that on this. So, okay, that's live view from Hickory there. We didn't mean to drop a radar, so give me a second here. I want to get back on radar here. Okay, that's, the camera rotating around. That's a live shot from Hickory's downtown Hickory camera, but that's not really giving us much anything. So we're going to bail out of that one and stop that one. And hi, Sam Walker here with you on this Tuesday evening, coming up on 7 o'clock here on the Carolina Weather Group. As our live coverage which continues, as we do have tornado warnings, active tornado warnings here in North Carolina. This one is in Alamance County for another 19. Yeah, so 7:15 for this possible this rotation is showing on radar north of Burlington, just northwest, right off Highway 87, around Altamaha, Ossipee. That's where that is. Glen Raven is just south of there. And radar indication of a possible tornado, hail up to 3/4 inch in diameter. The rotation itself, we did have that tornado indication. That has gone away, but we do have a hail of up to 1.25 inches radar indicated 10 minutes ago, moving east-southeast at 21 knots. All right, we're going to blow back out here just to check and see the tornado warning that we had in Asheville. Still in effect, but that's going to expire in the next 5 minutes, but I want to jump back over to it just because it was still in effect, but that cell there has weakened. So they're just letting that expire, it looks like. This cell here, center rotation right now is actually making its way across I-40 right on I-40, just east of the 240 interchange on the east side of Asheville, so between the 240 interchange and Swananoa is where the heaviest, or at least the strongest indication is. The center, yeah, actually has already made that way south towards Fairview. So this warning is going to be likely going to be allowed to expire. Black Mountain's getting some pretty good rain right now. Montreat, you just got some pretty good rain. Just west of Asheville's downtown, getting some good rain right now. This cell here looks pretty healthy. This is right along the south of US 64. There's Marion and Salem, Morganton, Cesar. Is that Kaser? Bellwood. Yeah, okay. Polkville, Lawndale, Falston. You're in the path of this rather healthy line of shower and thunderstorm activity. That, of course, this warning, severe thunderstorm warning continuing. 17 minutes on it. Hail up to an inch in diameter and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Maiden, you're in one right now. Got that cell going through there. Newton, you've already been once today, and you're getting it again. Cheryl's Ford again, the second time. Lake Norman obviously is getting it. I-77, Mooresville. So that probably gives us a good chance. Maybe we can pop on one of the one more of or one chance here. Let's see if we can possibly see something on one of the I-77 cameras around. Here we go. All right, so this is where, yeah, that camera didn't work. I was trying to pull one up where the I-50. Oh, all those cameras are not. Yeah. Something's going on with the cameras there. We're getting a lot of the data issues. Of course, when we really want to look at the ones, we're right in the path of this storm. Okay. Looks like some data issues going on out there. All right, let's see if I can get this one. This is a camera that is just where the I-77 crosses Lake Norman. Don't want to do that. I want to share this. So give me a second here. So right in the path of this cell at the moment. There you go. That's that view of I-77. Right in the Lake Norman area. What's happening there? That's that cell, as you can see, down in the bottom right. I'm going to blow myself out here. I need to get out of the picture. We need to just look at the radar. Okay. No, I don't want full screen. I don't want to maximize. I want to hide. That's what I want. Hide me. Yes, I want to hide. Yeah, I don't need to worry about me. Okay. Oh, nope. Just going to switch. Okay. We'll go back to the radar here because that's the important part. Let's see here. All right. So that's it. So we were just showing where that heavy rain is. So we had thunderstorm warning there, right around the Lake Norman area. What's going on with our storm back up towards Burlington? As we get the KREX. So starting to see the rain anyway from this cell starting to spread down onto the I-40, I-85 corridor. Tornado warning there from that earlier indication of rotation, and that has popped back up. Low level rotation velocity at 31 knots, 40 knots at 8,000 feet. Inch and a quarter hail is the indication. And the center of this circulation expected to cross around 720 over I-40, 85. All right, there's a lot of folks have been jumping in the chat. Sirens going off. This was just now. Yeah, sirens going off in Asheville right now. Yeah, you're on. Okay. Yeah, and thanks for everybody who's jumping in the comments here and trying to watch all these different things. Didn't get a chance to see all the comments, all you folks that were commenting on what you were seeing out in Asheville. So, all right. So we've had another tornado watch box or tornado warning box has been added. This includes Chapel Hill, just coming in from the National Weather Service with this radar indication. This tornado warning is going to last another 42 minutes. It's for Alamance and Orange counties. This 7:01 p.m. severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Burlington, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. Radar indication. Burlington, Graham, and Mebane around 7:05. So here right now is when the center of this cell is expected to move into. Is moving into Burlington, Graham, and Mebane right now. Other locations: Eflin, Alamance, Sutphin, Haw River, and Cane Creek Reservoir. I-85 between mile markers 163 and 164. In between Interstate 40s, mile markers 259 and 270, and also Interstate 85, 140 and 162. So pretty much that stretch of I-40 between Chapel Hill and Burlington, you're getting this right now. And again, that is a tornado warning for a large swath of area right now, just on the western periphery of the triangle. Alamance and Orange counties, central Alamance and southern Orange counties until 7:45 p.m. Tornado warning in effect. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over Burlington. So everybody in those areas, including at UNC, needs to be heading to your tornado shelters now because of this tornado warning. It's a radar indication of rotation. We've been watching it for the last half hour, and looks like now the radar indicates it's going to continue making its way. So maybe we can get. I've had some issues tonight with the camera that's located, or those weather stem cameras. I'm gonna have to get James to help me out with that when he gets back from having to do. He had his regular duties to do tonight, so that's why he's not on with me at the moment. And hopefully we can get the rest of the crew to maybe jump in here shortly. I'm right at the moment going to be scrolling as you're looking at that radar there, and like I said, I want to put that in motion while we do this because wanted to try and I'm gonna put this in motion. So you folks are watching vertical right now. You're probably not gonna. Yeah, you might see something, but you folks watching in horizontal, you're gonna get a pretty good idea what this cell's done. It came out of Reidsville and has really just kind of crawled its way into Alamance County. Back about 5:30, so about an hour and a half ago is when this thing started to really blow up. We had its severe thunderstorm warning out there in Reidsville. Then we got this tornado warning that's currently in effect. So just while we're looking at that, I want to make sure I go back and look. So we've got another tornado warning way out south of southwest of Knoxville in Tennessee that we may have to watch as it crosses into North Carolina. You can see the watch box has been expanded out. Severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. for this area from Greenville to Greenville, essentially. That's how it looks. 8 p.m., where we have the thunderstorms moving through right now. And we talked about earlier today, this is going to be a broken line of thunderstorms. That's what we're seeing. This isn't one of those classic straight line 150 miles, 200 miles long. This is very wide broken. So there's a lot of places that are not going to see anything, even though you're in a watch box. There's a lot of places that are not going to see anything. All right, so there's a report, train spotter with some thunderstorm wind damage report that came in. Multiple trees down along Highway 29 at mile marker 147. That was 5 miles southeast of Reedsville. That is some severe thunderstorm damage from this cell that's currently with a tornado warning. All right, while you look at that, I'm going to try and see if we can get one of the I-40 cameras up in the area of between Mebane and Burlington. That's Elon. That might not help me out here. Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna complain anymore. Okay, here we go. I got one. Just showing the rain right now. This is, where is this? Okay, that it's the, is that the split? Okay, there's, yeah. Well, I'm already over in Hillsborough. Okay, all right. Sorry. I'm never going to complain again about about a camera being down out here on the coast on Drive-In-C when we've got a gluttony of cameras compared to a lot of places I thought would have cameras. And it maybe they're down at the moment. That's always a possibility. All right, so I'm going to pull up. This is the I-85 US 70 split, I think. I'd really like to get this into a split screen. Hopefully I can. There we go. No, maximize. Okay. Let's see if we can get this out here. There we go. Yeah. So that is I-85 just before the I-40 split. So the northbound, westbound traffic is coming towards us. Southbound, eastbound. Southbound 85, eastbound 40 is coming at us. And northbound 85 and eastbound 40 are going away from us in that shot. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Maybe I can turn my camera off. And that will, no, that's not going to work. I'm just going to hopefully. All right. So as you can see, the rainfall out ahead of the worst of this cell is coming down there on I-40 at the moment. And actually, that cell has more spread out ahead of where the rotation is. We've been so focused on the rotation, we haven't really talked about the rainfall in this. So, yep. Green level currently. So let me stop this, get it to the most recent picture. And right now it looks like it's just, radar's just picking up as hail. Not seeing rotation at the moment. And let's see if the velocities might give us an indication that, okay, so velocity, yeah. All right. Yeah, looks like we've lost that rotation in that cell. But definitely got a lot of rain, got a lot of lightning, and the possibility of some hail up to an inch. But again, tornado warning in effect. That includes right up Chapel Hill, from Chapel Hill all the way back over to Burlington, Mebane, Graham, Saxapaw, part of Hillsborough. You're in that this tornado warning until, as we mentioned a moment ago, until 7:45. Let's see if there's any updates from Raleigh on this. This was issued at 7:01. No, nothing new as of yet. So let's see what Weather Chat's telling us. Okay, so from what we're seeing from the folks that already are at Raleigh, Rotations broad, but convergent. So they'll keep Alamance and orange warning going for a while. No intent of canceling it at this point. That just came in. So the initial warning. Alamance County Emergency Management saying they've had no reported touchdowns at this time. They do have their amateur radio net active and will send what they receive, but nothing as of yet. Now, something that we'll go back a little bit about 10 minutes ago that the folks at NWS Raleigh were thinking the rotation was continuing at that time and was looking worrisome. So that was why the new tornado warning was issued downstream that we're currently talking about. Nothing to confirm a tornado's on the ground. So right now in Alamance County Emergency Management saying they haven't seen anything with that tornado warning. But it's going to continue for now because it has been a bit worrisome, even though it's a broad rotation. What have we got going on elsewhere? Charlotte starting to get into the business now. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that extends into Charlotte. Pretty much everything on the west side of Charlotte is under this severe thunderstorm warning. And let's see, this one was just done while we've been talking so much about. So we got a large area here: Burke, Catawba, Cherokee, South Carolina, Cleveland, Gaston, Lincoln, McDowell, Mecklenburg, Rutherford counties, and then in South Carolina, Cherokee and York are in the severe thunderstorm warning. That is going to be in effect until 8 p.m. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, nickel-size hail. All possible. Locations include Gastonia, Uptown Charlotte, Shelby, Lincolnton, Central Charlotte, Northwest Charlotte, Kings Mountain, Mount Holly, Belmont, and Cherryville are all in this severe thunderstorm warning until 8 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm warning until 7:45 for Buncombe, Henderson, Polk, and Rutherford counties. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, penny-size hail with that. That's for the severe thunderstorm located near Hendersonville, moving south at 35 miles an hour. That was the one earlier that we had the tornado warning for. Let me switch over to GSP. Talked about it earlier. We do have some rotation that's being watched in eastern Tennessee, and a tornado warning is in effect there. That is going to make its way into North Carolina. They haven't extended or pushed that's still severe thunderstorm warning around Bryson City, between Bryson City and Andrews. Silva, Cullowhee, just on the edge of that. Cherokee on it as well. Oh, you've got one as well. So this whole, as we get into the southwest corner of the state, I'm right now on the Greenville-Spartanburg radar. But this tornado warning, even though the rotation still indicated, has not been extended into North Carolina as of yet. So I'm going to go back to our Raleigh radar because that's where we have here in North Carolina a tornado warning. Starting to see a little activity out here in northeastern North Carolina, just east of the I-95 corridor. That'll bear watching, but it's outside the watch box through 1 a.m. Okay. 7:45 on this warning. No new updates on the warning text itself, but the rotation starting to move towards into Haw River, or has moved into Haw River according to the latest radar image from 2 minutes ago, and is going to cross I-40 right around the 119 interchange. So maybe this the camera I currently was looking at does not show the right direction. It's looking backwards from the way we'd love to be able to see it. And unfortunately, we do not have a camera in that one area of exit 153. between 150 and 153. Nothing in Graham. The next one is actually dry. That's crazy. At the exit 138 area. Although it is looking east, and I can see dark clouds. But it is kind of crazy that, yeah, it's just as dry, like it hadn't done a thing. This is just east. This is right at the rest area on I-85, I-40 near Burlington. The rest area is there. This is looking northbound, eastbound, and you can see the dark clouds right at the top of the image there, but too far away. And like I said, it's just as dry as it can be. Looks like I hadn't done a thing there. All right. So our tornado warning here, even though it is continuing, our friends at National Weather Service. Okay. Just got this from Alamance County Emergency Management. They've got reports of isolated trees down Basin Creek Road, Danley Waterwheel Road, and the 700 block of Greenwood Drive. So we'll wait for that to pop up on the radar here with the reports to show you an exact location for that. All right, so now we've got the radar indicating possible rotation. Okay, there's a TVS in here. 35 knots. Oh, and yeah, okay. So here's what this cell is showing us. Possible tornado. Low level delta at 38 knots, maximum delta at 66 knots, at about 7,000 feet. So yeah, the shear, it's about 70. Everything mesocyclone. Okay. Oh wow. All right. So this is just detailed. Okay. So watching that rotation there with the cell, looks like that is right moving through Haw River. Still trying to make its way towards the 4085. Between Mebane, right just east of Graham. So essentially east between Mebane and Graham. It's going to looks like it's going to cross near the 119 interchange of 4085, which would put it just exit. Let me get an exit number here. We'll say that it's nice having the mile markers. Yeah, well, exit 153. Well, that's I-40. Yeah, exit 153 is where that's located. Hallfields. Near the Tanger outlets, just east of the Tanger outlets in Mebane. That's one more exit down at exit 154. So 153, that's where we're looking at this rotation possibly cross. Right in that area there. As you see on the radar, that's the 119 area right here. This is Highway 119. The next exit up right here, that's where the Tanger outlets is, along I-4085 in Mebane. So right in the middle of the heaviest of precipitation at the moment. Let's see here. The heaviest precipitation, but let's get the velocity here. Yeah, this is what's giving that indication. Right over Haw River, we got some upper low, or got some we've got that possible rotation going on there, Haw River. And that's why, this cell moving relatively slow. That's why this large warning box, excuse me, this warning polygon, it's rather large. And it goes out time wise another 23 minutes. So yeah, we're still in that tornado warning. No update from Raleigh on that, at least as far as the public side of things. Haven't seen the storm report post yet. I think part of that. Okay, there it is right now. All right, so there's that. So that gives you a better idea. So Altamont, Ossipee, that's the area where that thunderstorm wind damage that I just talked about. Trees down in the area, Basin Creek Road and Danley Waterwheel Road. So this is Altamont, Ossipee, right off of Highway 87. That's where that wind damage report from Alamance County Emergency Management came in. Already talked about, and this same cell that we had earlier, when it was in Rockingham County. Power outage reported along Mispa Church Road between Highway 29 and Highway 87, just west of Williamsburg, due to downed trees on power lines. So that's in Rockingham County, where this cell kind of originated. So we've had some damage, definitely, that's now been confirmed from this cell that is still tornado warning. Varo, just letting you know, this is Radar Scope, which is a paid. There is a free version, doesn't work all that great, honestly, but this is the paid version. It's worth it. Toya saying that, yeah, it's rough in southeast Burlington. Vortex saying the rotation's literally the town over me. All right, let's see. What else we got here? Okay, got some reports of power outages in West Asheville. And a device, yeah, you asked earlier about that. This is, again, Radar Scope. Abba Dabba just missed them in Gibsonville. Yep, stayed away from you guys. And we'll get back to the folks elsewhere, because when we've got a tornado warning, I feel like gotta stay on that, because that is the primary. That's the most. Dr. Osaka. Yes, Radar Scope is great. I'm still learning it, but I've had some fun time with you. Highly recommend everyone. Can't recommend it enough. It's worth it. If you are a weather enthusiast like we are here at the Carolina Weather Group, it's some of the best money you spent. Just know that someone like me, who has Android phone and a Mac, yeah, and an iPad, I get double hit, because to get the full package, to have it on my Android and on my Mac, yeah, I have to double up. I haven't figured out there. I'm sure there's a way. Somebody will figure that out for me and say, "Oh, you're a moron," and this is how you do it. All right. Just as we were looking, we saw a couple of more severe thunderstorm warnings pop up. So let's go to that this newest one that has popped up now, north of our tornado warning. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect. Man, this one's going to last until until 8:30. That's for Caswell County. Severe thunderstorm located over Bethel, moving east at 30 miles an hour, 60-mile wind gusts, and quarter-size hail, all radar indicated. So Caswell County, Yanceyville, you are in a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:30 p.m. Let's see. This includes Yanceyville, Bethel, Providence, Prospect Hill, Quick, Leesburg, and Hamer. That is a severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up in that area. Going to slide down here to our friends in Charlotte, because we got a big watch box here now. It includes Salisbury. I say watch box. I keep saying that. Warning. Hail of 1 inch in diameter and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible. This is severe thunderstorm warning for Barris, Catawba, Davie, Iredell, Lincoln, Mecklenburg, and Rowan until 8:15 for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Radar indicated. Huntersville, Kannapolis, downtown Concord. Sorry. Salisbury, Statesville, Northeast Charlotte, West Concord, Cornelius, Mooresville, and Davidson. Severe thunderstorm warning here that continues. I'm pretty sure that's the one I just read off, isn't it? Yeah, we've got a lot. They're overlapping. Hickory, Newton. You guys are probably, Hickory and Newton, you're out of it. Cornelius, Mooresville, Davidson, Conover, you're out of it. Westport, Claremont, Catawba, and Lake Norman, almost out of it. That severe thunderstorm warning still posted until 7:30. So that one's coming to an end very shortly here. This one out here on the west side of the Charlotte area, Cherryville, Lawndale, Kingstown, you're getting pounded. Shelby. All right, severe thunderstorm warning until 8 o'clock for east central Rutherford, Lincoln, northwestern Mecklenburg, Cleveland, Gaston, northwestern York, and northeastern Cherokee. The updates on that. Let's see. Sorry, scrolling through here and looking at the comments as well. All right, so at 7:22, severe thunderstorms along a line extending from 7 miles east of Lincolnton to 11 miles north of Shelby to 12 miles northeast of Forest City, moving southeast at 40 miles an hour. Got our second severe thunderstorm warning now in from South Carolina, because I don't want to leave you guys out, because you're going to be next on this whole dealio here. But first, we do have this tornado warning now in North Carolina. This is for southwestern Swain and all of Graham County until 8:15. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 12 miles northwest of Robbinsville, 4 miles west of Smoky Mountains, 20 Mile Creek, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. Radar indicated rotation for a possible tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. It's a dangerous storm near the town of Santitla until around 7:40, and Robbinsville around 7:50. Nantahala among the places that are possibly impacted by this dangerous thunderstorm. So that's our latest tornado warning that's now in effect until 8:15 for southwestern Swain County and for Graham County. All right. Severe thunderstorm warning to the east of that and includes that area. This is for 7:45 for Macon, northwestern Jackson, southwestern Swain, and Graham until 7:45. So 15 minutes left on that. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail possible. Franklin, Bryson City, Robbinsville, Dillsboro, Santala. We talked Smoky Mountains, Fontana, Lake Santitla. Got some places in here I've never had to say before. All my coverage. Fontana Lake, Nantahala Lake, Fontana Village, severe thunderstorm warning. And you're right on the edge of that tornado warning as well. Then we got a tornado warning here. Severe thunderstorm warning for 14 minutes. It includes parts of Brevard. Let's see. Central Transylvania, West Central Henderson, Central Jackson, and Southern Haywood counties. That is until 7:45. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, penny-size hail radar indicated. Brevard, Silva, Waynesville, Canton, Cullowhee, Lake Junaluska, Clyde, Maggie Valley, Balsam, and Webster. We know this time of year how many folks are out that way. So obviously, a lot of people experiencing this severe thunderstorms in that part of the country from other parts of the country right now, visiting from out of state and out of town, et cetera, et cetera. Let's see. Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Henderson County, western Polk County, northeastern Greenville County, and northwestern Spartanburg County. That's till 8:15. Severe thunderstorm warning until 8:15. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, penny-size hail, radar indicated. Columbus, Greenville, Eastside, Greer, Taylors, Boiling Springs, South Carolina, Duncan, Lyman, Landrum, Welford, and Inman. You're all places that will be impacted by that severe thunderstorm warning. until 8:15. All right. So they have cut out Newton and Hickory and all those areas from the previous severe thunderstorm warning. That's a severe weather statement for this cell. All right, I'm going to switch back now because we have seen the tornado warning outside of Burlington and Mebane. That has now been that coverage area on that's been reduced. Looks like they've taken Chapel Hill and Carrboro out of that, or at least close to them. Yeah, that has been shrunk down. So let's get the latest on that. Half-inch hail. That's what the current radar indication is. All right, so the tornado warning in effect till 7:45 for southeastern Alamance and southwestern Orange counties. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Graham, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. Radar indication. Right now, Mebane, that's where it was near just moments ago. Cane Creek Reservoir, Saxapaw, and Swepsonville, as well as the Interstate 40/85 mile markers 150 and 155 between those two. And then as you look downstream, again, Highway 54, you're in this, that area is in this, a piece of, that's not 87. What is that? 86? No, there's 86. What is that road there? Okay, it doesn't have, yeah. One thing I don't like about, I mean, I love it. I love Radar Scope. I wish it would give us those down the street names. All right. So that tornado warning continues for another 11 minutes. So 7:45 on that tornado warning there between Mebane and Chapel Hill, well, Carrboro really, down to Saxapaw. All right. Severe thunderstorm warning up here, Yanceyville. That one continues for another 55 minutes for Caswell County until 8:30. The severe thunderstorm watch, we've seen the one that expires at 8 o'clock, has carved out all of northwestern, the high country. You guys are out of it, as well as the Brushy Mountains, North Wilkesboro, Pilot Mountain, and on up to Mount Airy. Those areas out of the severe thunderstorm threat for tonight, but other parts of the state still in it. And of course, South Carolina has been added in now. Pretty much everything between, this, if you look at the severe thunderstorm watch box, as I mentioned earlier, it goes from Greenville to Greenville, North Carolina to Greenville, South Carolina, and a lot of areas between, includes Columbia, and then includes Florence and Dillon and those areas. Hopefully maybe Scotty can jump in with us tonight since he's down there. So Algie's got a good question. When we're showing the tracks, no, something to note. We've only got radar indicator. When it's low, that is just the kind of the forecast line for the piece of the storm that we're focused on right now. So, for example, this is a tornado warning here, but what the radar is indicating that we've got hail. And let me see if I can get this box to maybe show better. And again, apologies to those of you who are watching in the vertical, because you miss out on, that's one thing about it, with something new that we're dealing with here. All right, so that line you're seeing, this is currently the radar is indicating that we've got hail up to a half inch in size, and it's projecting the movement of that part of the cell, the direction of the cell. And then extrapolates the speed to the time it's going to pass these particular points. So this hash mark 736, this hash mark 751, this hash mark 806. This is Chapel Hill right here. This hash mark 821. That's when that piece of this thunderstorm The radar estimates that it's going to pass that point. So that gives you an indication of what those white lines are showing. All right. Aaron's asking if this is in Orange County. Not yet, but the cell is moving towards Orange County. Still, let me see if my county lines will show up here. Give me a second here. I just want to try and find my. Usually we'll get the county lines to show on these maps. Not quite. Yeah, I mean, we're starting to see how the moderate to heavy rain is starting to make its way. The lightning from the cell, which is right around the part of the cell that we're monitoring the closest, or the radar anyway, is indicating where that hail potential is, and rotation, which has been roughly right here, just crossing the 4085 a moment ago. Got a feeling that camera right now at 4085 might be at least showing some rain, even though it's not showing. And yeah, slow traffic, as we should expect, on the 4085 in that mile marker 155 area, between 153 and 155, because of the rain that we had a moment ago. Ooh, severe storm warning in effect showing on the message board there on I-40, 85. And here's a view at mile. Okay, yeah, we can throw this one up here. Here's a view of mile marker. Oh, what have I done? Okay, there we go. Let's see. Spartanburg, I'll get to you guys in just a second. You guys have got a severe thunderstorm warning out there in part of Spartanburg, so just give us a second here. Oh, that's the still. I need the show video because it's going to show that message board. This is part of I-8040, I-85 in. Apologies here, guys. Just trying to find my way. All right. Want to be able to show you. Okay, there we go. Yes, this is what I wanted to do here. All right. So this is where that cell moved through earlier, just to the west of here. This is I-85, I-40 at mile marker 159. And as you can see, the variable message sign, watch for strong winds, rain, and debris, severe storm warning in effect. So the folks at the traffic management system, they're in Raleigh, are doing their job right now with keeping the travelers alerted. All right. And I know you folks in the chat, give me a second here. I had somebody mentioning Spartanburg. Yep, we'll get you in just a second. Okay. Oh, they're rotating the camera. Okay. Sorry, got distracted. Had the camera rotation going on. So somebody's actually watching this camera live at the moment. They're in the traffic management center in Raleigh. But then they turned it back. Okay, sorry. All right, so that this is again that tornado warning south east of Burlington and Graham. And I had someone asking about Spartanburg a moment ago. I want to zoom back out just because I'll give you an update down there. You currently are not in any warning. Oh, I thought you were. Yeah. Yep. You have right on the edge of Spartanburg right now is in a severe thunderstorm warning. This is the Raleigh radar, so it's going to struggle to show you the images here. But just because someone's asking about it, I want to go to it. Just because we're not seeing the rotation now, even though we have that tornado warning in effect, we're not seeing the rotation that was prompting it earlier. So here's the Greenville-Spartanburg radar, and right here is the center of it, in fact. And as I mentioned, We've got this warning here. This is the one that was being asked about there. 33 minutes left on it. That is for southeastern Henderson County, western Polk County, northeastern Greenville County, and northwestern Spartanburg County until 8:15 p.m. Radar indication of 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail possible. All right. Let's see. Thanks, Algie. Yeah, good point. All this has been radar indicated tonight. We have not had any confirmations of any tornadoes on the ground. What the radar is showing is the possibility that there is rotation above the surface, well above the surface. And what the forecasters are looking at are these images here. It's called the velocity images. And what they're watching for is signatures in these radar images that indicate the possibility that there's some rotation going on. So when the wind is going away from the radar and towards the radar, our precipitation, but the wind, the air is moving towards the radar and away from the radar. That is where rotation happens in a small, tight spot. And the possibility. So, no, we don't have any tornadoes on the ground. We've not had reports of any tornadoes on the ground. The only indication we possibly had one earlier, where were we? Oh, man, that would have been the one that was around Mars Hill. Nothing yet reported that it was on the ground. This is just a radar indication, and it's a possibility. Definitely getting some strong wind gusts, large hail. Those wind gusts of 60 miles an hour. Straight line winds, downburst winds. That's that's definitely happening with these thunderstorms, and that can cause damage. That's why the severe thunderstorm warnings are issued. Having talked about the fact that this cell here that has that tornado warning, there is a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued that includes pretty much the entire western corner of the triangle. Alamance, Chatham, Durham, Orange, and Wake counties all in now a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:30. That's for that severe thunderstorm we've been talking about for the last half hour, with that could possibly have rotation in it. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail possible. A radar indication from the severe thunderstorm located near Mebane, about 8 miles southeast of Graham, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. Locations impact include Raleigh, Durham, Cary, Chapel Hill. That was a legal ID. WPTF, Raleigh, Durham, Cary, Chapel Hill. Burlington, Graham, Hillsborough, Pittsburgh, Carrboro, and Mebane. And the interstates. I like this warning. Thanks, guys, at NWS Raleigh. Just about every mile marker of every interstate in the triangle that's west of downtown. Pretty much it. I know I'm trying to lighten things up a little bit here, but you can see this warning box. That's a large area, folks. Apex is in it. It's pretty much running from Apex all the way up to Mebane, and from Durham and the fairgrounds all the way out to Pittsburgh. So that's a pretty big area for a warning. But just because the nature of this cell, and as you can see, the moderate rain has started moving into Chapel Hill. Also, the heaviest of precipitation and the possibility of the rotation still south of Mebane. And, of course, now it's crossed into the area that is under the severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. So this cell is expected to hang on and continue to produce that heavy rain, possible wind gusts, dangerous lightning, all that stuff, large hail, and possibly a tornado. But again, nothing is. Let's see. Yeah, can't win. Yes, the tornado warning for Chapel Hill was dropped as the rotation. In fact, the tornado warning has now expired for this cell, but still severe thunderstorm warning. for it. And again, that severe thunderstorm warning is until 8:30 for this for almost the entire western side of the triangle. All right. Charlotte's kind of in and surrounded by warnings right now. We got severe thunderstorm warning on the west side, severe thunderstorm on the north side. Severe thunderstorm warning for the north side runs for another 27 minutes. That is until 8:15. West side of Charlotte, you are in severe thunderstorm warning. No, I don't want the current conditions at the Gastonia Airport. I want the severe thunderstorm warning. That's for another 12 minutes. That's for that severe thunderstorm warning. And again, all these severe thunderstorm warnings are for large hail and wind gusts of 60 miles an hour and higher. Yes, I do know we have that tornado warning out in Swain County, and we're going to get to that in just a second, but I just want to make our way across. Let me switch radars here. Go to Greenville Spartanburg radar. So we got the severe thunderstorm warning for another 27 minutes. That is including 8:15. This is including parts of Henderson County, Polk County, Greenville County, and Spartanburg County. Another severe thunderstorm warning. This one was issued just about 4 minutes ago. This is a new one. Transylvania, Jackson, Greenville County, Pickens, Oconee. You're in a severe thunderstorm warning until 8:30. And again, this is for wind gusts of 60 miles an hour and hail possible with these cells. All right, the tornado warning that's still in effect in North Carolina has another 26 minutes. This is for parts of Graham and Swain counties. This was posted at 7:26. Southwestern Swain and all of Graham until 8:15. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado about 12 miles northwest of Robbinsville, 4 miles west of Smoky Mountains, 20 Mile Creek, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. Just had another severe thunderstorm warning issued, 50, and this one's going to last until 8:45 for northeastern Rabun County in Georgia, southeastern Macon County, south central Jackson, west central Pickens, northeastern Oconee. Severe thunderstorm located 12 miles southeast of Franklin near Highlands, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour with 60 mile an hour wind gust and penny-size hail. Walhalla, Highlands, Cashier, Salem, Lake Keowee, Lake Jokosee, Devil's Fork State Park, Keowee, Toxaway State Park, Oconee State Park, and Mountain Rest. So Highlands area, you're in a severe thunderstorm warning. Just a new one here. Hey, Jared. Yes. Jared, thank you. Are you ready to go or did I need to wait? You're muted. Hold on. Let me see what we got going on here. Check yourself.
Check yourself before you.
Check yourself.
Can you hear me okay?
I got you now, Jared. Thank you.
Well, certainly has been a busy time.
It has.
Up your way, seeing pictures of I-77. The DOT cam looks like a tree down on I-77, so that's certainly not great. So
tell me where that camera is, and I'll try to pull it up.
It is Brawley School Road, and that's coming in from a member of the media who we know very well.
Okay.
So Sam, kind of where you left off, bring me up to speed a little bit. Coming in a little cold here. So
that's okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to just throw you on, but it was just, man, thank God, because I've been going for 2 hours.
You have. I know you have.
It's like, yeah. Let me clear that. Okay, so where we're at right now, and is this. I'm not going to try. I'm going to try to. We're just going to do a side by side here for a second. So right now we have one tornado warning in effect in the southwest corner of North Carolina, Lake Santley and Robbinsville. There's still some rotation showing in that cell, but not a lot. And it's one thing about this particular event with these are some slow movers. We're kind of used to things kind of sprinting across when we have, but this is a little different nature to it. So these are lasting a lot longer, and I think that's part of it. So we've seen the rotation kind of come and go in these cells throughout the after the evening. Yeah, that right there
here. Yeah. And it looks a little jagged. I know earlier that they were actually tracking 2 circulations south of Asheville.
Mm-hmm.
So these have been kind of transient, kind of come and go. And again, the main threat for today was damaging winds, but the tornado threat definitely has evolved. That is for sure. So yeah, but that's looking kind of broad now. Not really seeing much there that's giving me too much of a concern. But again, let's see if I can't get that. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of not really much to show there. There's a lot of beam filling, and again, we're kind of in no man's land when it comes to radar.
Right. Yeah.
And that becomes problematic. But yeah, there's the they're not much really to write home about as far as as far as the circulation goes. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. And again, you can kind of see that swirl in the reflectivity actually a little bit, kind of that mid-level swirl there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's about to come out of the polygon, so I'll be very interested to see what happens with the polygon as they bring it, see what they do, basically.
Yeah.
Are they going to extend this down? The rotation was not looking great, but we'll see what GSP is up to on that. And I know that we've got a lot of severe too. So we've got
pretty much, if you look at the border right now of North and South Carolina, it looks just like it's just nothing but polygons all the way across the western, pretty much the western side of the entire South Carolina, North Carolina. Yeah, we got the both things.
we've got it covered. There is take me full for a second, because hold on. I'm still getting used to. I have a new green screen set up at home. It's great, but I'm still getting used to it. Look at that hail core.
Yeah, that's okay.
This is from the Greenville Spartanburg radar.
Wow.
Look at that hail core.
Mm-hmm.
That's approaching Raleigh right now.
Right.
That's insane. So suffice it to say, it's not just the wind, it's not just the tornadoes, but there could be a good bit of hail in that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I'm starting to see some MPINGs come in with hail reports around, where am I at here? Around Mooresville, hail of a pea-sized hail around Mooresville, north of Cornelius. Same thing, pea-sized hail there. Starting to see the reports come in from both the local storm reports, and also seeing them on the MPING as well.
This is a pretty decent supercell, actually. When we look at it now, I switched to the Raleigh radar, so we can look at it here. There's a nice little circulation here. In fact, the radar was actually the radar algorithms were picking up on some mid-level rotation here just a little bit ago. Let's go to velocity here, and yeah, there it is. It's back. Mm-hmm. I'll zoom down on it, and yeah, we definitely have some broad rotation here. I'll be very interested to see what Raleigh ends up doing with this. Let's take a look at the max hail product, and so that gets us. I'm used to doing the sitting down. But yeah, this is about for as impressive as that core look, this is still maybe quarter size according to the radar estimate here. So again, it has been very warm, and so maybe a quarter size here. Let's go to the normalized rotation. And yeah, there's some broad, actually maybe a little bit of uptick right there. Go back to velocity. That actually that's noise. But yeah, it's very broad rotation, but definitely supercellular. That is looking pretty good. That is, it looks kind of like a donut hole, like a bounded weak echo region here. That is not, that's not really, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's a little crazy, but yeah, this guy is, he's headed, yeah, like you said, very slow mover.
Right.
I mean, kind of moving east. This is, if you're on I-40 right now,
and this cell, in fact, I just see that our friend Tim Buckley over at WFMY saying he might have caught some video on their Burlington camera when that storm rolled through. And Alamance County Emergency Management has sent a photo in showing some, the outfall, or just, it's a really cool image. I'm going to share this anyway.
Yeah, do it.
I mean, sometimes it's like, sometimes there's stuff we're asked, hey, no, this one is too good not to share. So
let's do it.
Yeah, so this is from near Elon with this cell that we're talking about right now, that we're looking at right now on Jared's screen. But that is from earlier of, let's see if I can get it to zoom down. I don't know if I can get that to zoom down without really, yeah, there we go. Look at that. How just that dropping out of the bottom of that.
Yep.
That's really pretty intense.
You got the classic green sky look, and everything there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's
and that's from the same cell that we're talking about right now that we had the tornado warning for in Alamance County, part of Guilford, Alamance County. It's moved in, and even starting to stretch down to Orange County, but they've let that tornado warning expire.
So that's good news. Now, let's see here, because we may be getting another warning here shortly. Let me go and take a look at that. I believe that's going to be off of GSP. Switch my view here.
Okay.
All right. Let's, so this is the Robbinsville storm. Still not. So they've gone with a severe downstream of this tornado warning. So Andrews, Hayesville, this is that's a severe. I am waiting to see what may be coming here. Weather Service indicated the potential for maybe another tornado warning at some point. Okay. So we'll be.
It looks like got a tornado warning coming from Macon County.
Yeah, so we'll need to keep an eye on that.
There it is right
there
now.
It is right.
Yep.
So they did just issue downstream here. So there it is. There's your. I mean, again, it doesn't look like much to write home about on reflectivity, but when we go to velocity, there's still a little something there. And again, we're not in a great place. We're looking about 5,000 feet into the storm, so this is not really ground level at this point. But there's a little something here. Sam, can you read off that warning for me?
Pulling it right now for you.
Cool.
Now this came out of the Tri-Cities. So do you want? We might want to pull a Knoxville. Would Knoxville maybe give us a better shot on this?
Let me see here. Yeah,
So northeastern Cherokee County, north central Clay County, and southwestern North Carolina.
Did I? No, that's not the one. I don't think I have to go over to my floater. I think.
Okay, this is until 8:45 p.m. At 7:59 p.m. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Andrews, moving southeast at 15 miles an hour. Geez, that's slow. Radar indication rotation, tornado and quarter size hail. This dangerous storm will be near Andrews around 8:05 p.m. And also other locations includes Tusquity. I hope I got that right. Or Tusquity. So this is northwest of Murphy. Andrews, again, in parts of Cherokee and Clay counties. And this is just kind of downstream from the rotation that we talked about. All right, just to the east is going to be the tornado warning we just got issued for Macon County, and this extends into South Carolina. This is issued by GSP here.
Mm-hmm.
northeastern Rabun County in northeastern Georgia, south central Macon County in western North Carolina until 8:45 p.m. At 8 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles southwest of Franklin, moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. Radar indicated rotation. We've talked about that all day long. Sky Valley around 8:20 is also in the path of this, along with Otto, Pine Mountain, and Scaly Mountain. And that's one thing about it. We haven't got a lot of reports following where these areas is because, hey, they're mountainous areas. They're not heavily populated. Even this, although this time of year, these are some pretty popular places to be.
Mm-hmm.
Cell phone coverage is spotty, et cetera, et cetera. So we haven't had any reports of anything on the ground. We haven't had really any reports of funnel clouds. We've seen some interesting video and photos come in.
Yeah.
Over
There it
the
is.
last hour or so.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is, right between this is US Highway 64. This is US Highway 23, kind of in the middle of that. Yeah, it's not terribly impressive-ish, but there's enough there. I think there's certainly, given a day like today, I think there is enough there to get that done. So again, if you're in this area that Sam called out, you're going to want to get to a safe place. And yes, and this does extend into Dillard, Mountain City, Clayton, in South Carolina. So again, kind of down Highway 23 right here into Mountain City. And yeah, there's a circulation. It's not the textbook one that we have seen before, and that's maybe that's a good thing, but
yeah,
but it was enough for them to warn. So
right.
Take it seriously.
Let me throw this up here because this is a very interesting photo here. So give me just a second. I want to share this with you. You're going to want to see this one only because this looks like a water spout, to be honest with you. It's kind of crazy to see. Okay. I don't know if I can get it to zoom in or not very well. So we can.
Oh yeah, no, there it is. Yeah,
yeah. Check that out. That looks almost like something I would, you and I would see out here on the coast. Not something that you would see in Weaverville. So
yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. And this was sent in about 30 minutes ago. Well, about an hour ago. So this was from one of the earlier ones. That we've already talked about, and the warning for that is expired. But it's just interesting to see something like that. And we've seen we've seen pictures coming in of stuff that looks very funnel cloudish, but it's not funnel clouds,
right?
Which is very typical for our part of the world.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You get the scud clouds, the scattered cumulus under deck. That's what that means? Believe it or not, a lot of people don't know that.
People don't know that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oops, no, that's
let's go to another tornado warning.
Okay.
I'm trying to get to another tornado warning. I don't know that it's taking me to the other tornado warning. Let's go to that. I think that should do it. Okay. So
this is a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a new one up towards kind of north of the Raleigh area. I'm going to have to manually get my scene in place here. But once we do that, everything is going to be amazing. Actually, is this it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, cool. Yep, there it is right there. All right, cool. And if for some reason it's not showing that one, so give me just a second here.
Oh yeah, I see that right now. Okay. Yeah, this is hang on, I'm trying to get to it as well, and I'm going to the terminal. Yeah, this is a new tornado warning for Alamance, Durham, and Orange counties. This is the northeastern Alamance County, northern Orange County, and northwestern Durham County. So this is an area. Maybe we were so focused on the one earlier that it was. Dearwell, you're having. Let's see if we can get. Yeah. Let me get the radar up.
Yeah, here. Flip yours up. I'm going to need to.
Yeah, so we can
work
get
on this one a little bit. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. That's
all
really
right.
Strange.
So this area here, and we've been watching this area to the west of here. But now we've kind of seen a branch off, and this is where this new tornado warning has been issued north of the triangle. So let me go back to the text for that and read through that. This is issued at 8:03. Again, it's northeastern Alamance, northern Orange, northwestern Durham counties until 8:45 p.m. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Prospect Hill, moving east at 40 miles an hour. Radar indication of rotation. This storm will be near Rougemont around 8:20 p.m. and also Carr, Lake Michie, Bahama. It's Bahama, folks, and Schley. That's a new one on me. Schley. But Bahama and Rougemont. Among the this storm's going to be near Rougemont and Bahama. So I'll click on here. We'll get get a little more ideas. 806 going to cross Highway 86. That's Rougemont. This is up right around the Occoneechee Saponi Indian Village is where this cell, where we're seeing the hail from this cell, or at least indication of possible hail of a ½ inch. Possible, and that's where the rotation is. And as Jared was talking a moment ago, he's better equipped to be able to show you a better picture of. There you are, Jared.
Yep. Got it back.
You got it back. All right, I want to go to you because you're going to have be able to show us this rotation much better.
Yeah. So, and again, I'm looking from the NexRad. So if there's something there, it's in here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go normalize rotation. Yeah. So it looks like it's just about to cross the county line here. Not the most menacing circulation we've ever tracked in Carolina Weather Group, but just enough to cause problems potentially. So again, you're going to want to be in a safe place if you're anywhere within this polygon. That little spike of normalized rotation there. This is a product that, for those who haven't watched this before, this is a product we like to use to help kind of cut through the noise, and it shows us where the spin is. And when you get a little peak like that, that's what makes you start to wonder, what could be in there. And so now, I mean, it does look like it has almost a little bit of a bow echo here as well. So again, not your typical. And it would be very wrapped in rain too. I think that's the other thing. It would be very wrapped in rain. So again, not your typical supercellular look, but definitely something that's potentially wrapped in rain, and just progressing this way. So again, Bahama, and I need glasses.
That's Rougemont. That's Rougemont. That's US. Yep. And that's US 501 headed up towards Roxborough from Durham.
Yep. Exactly. See, this is Rougemont. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I need another screen over here. I'm learning so much about my setup as we do this.
I got you.
But there you go. I mean, this right here. So let's go back.
And we haven't even talked about the fact that while you're doing that, I was going to say is the fact that we do have the severe thunderstorm warning that includes that tornado warning. That's a wide-ranging sort of severe thunderstorm warning because of the size of this cell. I mean, this one lasts until 9 o'clock. It includes Person County, much of our northern Orange, Granville, parts of Wake County, Durham, and that little piece of northeastern Alamance County where the cell's already crossed out of. So I expect they're going to get cut out of it. That's a pretty wide-ranging one, and then the rest of Raleigh or Chapel Hill. In the west side of Raleigh is all in that severe thunderstorm warning as well.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, this is a big one. And again, the tornado is going to affect a small location, but heavy rain, a lot of lightning, gusty, potentially damaging winds are going to be much more of the threat here from this kind of loosely clustered set of thunderstorms as it moves into the Raleigh and Durham metro areas. So,
and I just looked outside and realized, all of a sudden, we just got poured on like 2 minutes ago.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, because I've been so focused on the rest of the state, and I look over the radar, and it's like there was nothing out here for the last hour and a half, 2 hours, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're starting to blow up a little bit out here on my end of the state as well, but nothing that's severe, and we're still not even in the severe thunderstorm watch box. So we do have 4 tornado warnings currently in place. The one we're watching there north of the Triangle. And then we've got 3 down in the southwest tip of North Carolina and the northwest corner of South Carolina and just outside the northeast corner of Georgia.
Yeah, this line of thunderstorms right here has a couple embedded circulations. Go to velocity. We can. That's potentially a tiny, tight one right there. Yeah, that could be a couple in here. I mean, we've seen cases where we've had little eddies try and spin up, and then you have a much broader and more defined rotation now. Once again, getting to the end of this tornado warning polygon that was for Andrews. Andrews, you're still in a severe thunderstorm warning. So, yep, and we have a new tornado warning downstream. This is including Hayesville. This gets, this is going to get US 64 between Hayesville. Let me see if I can't get a few more cities on there, Sam. But and if you've got them,
I've got it. Yep.
Cool.
So we've got at 8:11, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Hayesville, moving south at 25 miles an hour. This warning is for central Clay County until 8:45 p.m. The dangerous storm will be near Hayesville around 8:15. So here in the next just coming up in the next 3 minutes. Hayesville's right there below. Well, yeah, but right below it looks like.
Yeah. And this is the beautiful thing about Doppler radar is that this just looks like a line of rain, right? But then when you zoom in, when you cut through the noise and you get into the velocity product, I mean, this is the thing. This is something we have, this is something that 40 years ago we didn't have,
right?
Except outside of test beds. So to be able to do that is very helpful. But the other thing to keep in mind too is that if there is going to be, there's another case where if there is a tornado, if there's something trying to get going here, it's going to be rain wrapped. You're not going to be able to see it. It's just not going to be visible to you. And the other thing is, it's starting to get dark. We're past 8 o'clock. We're about 8. We're at 8:12, and so again, tornadoes at night are very dangerous.
Yeah,
because you can't see them.
Right,
that's a big part of it. So again, just make sure you get into your safe place.
Exactly. So we've got, as we mentioned, we got a bunch of tornado warnings out in the southwest corner of North Carolina and that northwest corner of South Carolina. Then the rest of it's severe thunderstorm warnings heading on up. Basically, if it's following 85 right now, I mean that's a rough estimate, but everything it's along I-85 currently is where we're seeing all the action. And then we get out. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, keep going, keep going. I'm just
so that I-85 and then cut across the border of North Carolina, South Carolina, over to where everything meets up with Northeast Georgia. But as you see, they're coming back towards Gastonia right now. You've got severe thunderstorm warning, still that severe thunderstorm warning around Spartanburg and Inman inside one currently. I'm trying to switch radars just as fast as you are to keep up with it. That's how wide ranging this event is.
Yeah.
When you zoom out and you see you've got a severe thunderstorm watch stretching from the Alabama Georgia line in the northwest corner of Georgia, all the way to Martin County and the Roanoke River here in northeastern North Carolina. That's how widespread it is. And that's not even counting what we still have in Virginia, because they're in a severe thunderstorm watch. And we have a tornado watch going up the eastern shore and into New Jersey right now.
Yeah, it's almost like, honestly, I don't want to trifle with people, but I feel like this could have been a tornado watch day. That is for sure.
You might be right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have still have this supercellular looking. It doesn't look like the rotation is very well defined, but certainly something that we would want to keep an eye on. We've got storms just now clearing Gastonia, getting into Charlotte proper again, kind of on the west side of Charlotte, maybe into Uptown. You got a severe thunderstorm warning here, and again, these are all, not not taking the express route here. I mean, these things are relatively slow movers, but yeah, this just southeast of Shelby, heading across the South Carolina border. Clover and York might want to watch this one closely, because if this tightens, it's got a little bit of a hook, and so if that tightens, that could become maybe a little bit more than you bargained for tonight. But it looks like this line of storms, the severe thunderstorm warning has ended for Inman and Spartanburg. Still some thunderstorms moving through there, but yeah, I mean this complex here, I think. One good thing is that we are going to be losing the heating of the day soon. And that will be very beneficial.
Definitely. I was curious about it. Let me show you. I'm going to take kind of take a wide view right now. This is the East Coast. This is the composite for everything, all the way up into Quebec tonight.
Yep. Yeah,
So
this
is a pretty impressive amount, a pretty massive, if you will, setup tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty impressive. I mean, it's going to drive a cold front. I mean, it's driving a cold front into the Carolinas. That's not something we typically say in July.
Yeah.
That's not normal. And yeah, just taking a look at what you've got here, Sam. I mean, there's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, you see that tornado. I mean, you got a tornado watch.
Yep.
Stretch it, includes Philadelphia and much and the northern eastern shore. Severe thunderstorm watch on up into New York, into the eastern parts of New York. And then obviously, we come back to us and what we've got going on right now with these multiple tornado warnings. We've got tornado warnings in effect, and we're not trying to downplay anything that's going on with them, but these are all radar indicated at this point. We don't have something on the ground. That's not to say that, hey, we got some bad stuff going on at the moment.
Yeah, we got a new tornado warning too.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and take that while I'm trying to.
So this is the Raleigh storm. This is the storm near Raleigh. There's a circulation right there. They've issued a new tornado warning to the south of the original one. And so Efland, Hillsborough, you're going to be in this one. Let me pan the map a little bit better so you can see who else is in it. It just stopped short of Durham. So it does. I mean, there's Durham, there's the polygon. So Durham proper is not really in this, but yeah, I mean, they're maintaining both tornado warnings, it looks like. But yeah, this is basically going to, looks like, based on this path, maybe getting close to I-85 in the relatively near term here, 85 and 40. And then we do have a broader area of rotation setting up, and I think we lost Sam, actually. I think not sure what happened here. Oh, he went behind the scenes. That'll do it. No worries there. But yeah, here's another broader area of rotation headed towards Chapel Hill. This is a severe thunderstorm warning on it, but it may not. But if it tightens, that could be a tornado warning. So we'll have to watch that closely. So again, let me see if I can't get. So at 8:15, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Mebane. We're about 7 miles south of Prospect Hill, moving east at 30. So there you go there with that. And then the Chapel Hill storm just canceled Alamance County in the severe thunderstorm warning. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail is expected. And this one has a tornado possible tag on it too. So again, we've been kind of highlighting, if anything, right now, this might be the more impressive rotation on the board. We do have some transient rotation showing up kind of in the middle of these polygons at this point. That's how this goes. But let's just continue to move things around a little bit and see. Yeah, there could be twin circulations here. Here's one. Here's two. This other one tends to be more dominant in these situations. We'll see if this one kind of falls off and this one gets back into vogue here. And again, a lot of rain with this. Actually, that second one might be a kind of a false echo. Now that I look at the reflectivity a little bit closer. So yeah, this first one here, again, very rain wrapped. So if you're going outside to look for it, don't. You're just not going to find it. Let's zoom this back out a little bit. Just a giant mess right now. We'll put on the loop here. I'll kind of get out of the way, and you can see the evolution of these storms. And again, they've had supercellular characteristics at times, that hook echo and the kind of the pendant in the back. And yeah, that's really flaring up now. It's going to get gnarly here in Chapel Hill and Durham in a few minutes. The tornado warning is just north of Durham, but really much of Chapel Hill, Durham, up to Rougemont, up to Stem, Oxford, much of that area under a severe thunderstorm warning. And for those of you in the Cary and Raleigh and those locations, this is not far from you guys. This is this is going to get close here. I can imagine that warnings will be extended into this area here fairly soon as we see this cluster of thunderstorms move southeastward. And so yeah, I mean, we're kind of in it to win it right now in Raleigh. There, let's bounce back to our other. We're going to bounce around again to the GSP radar. And again, we have 2 tornado warnings here in effect. And one of which is kind of clipping South Carolina. These are coming out of the North Carolina mountains now, heading into Georgia. And so Dillard, Mountain City, Clayton, this is, that is Georgia here. But this line of storms is, and again, at first glance, you don't see where there could be circulations, but here's one right here, and they've extended a severe thunderstorm warning into Georgia here. We'll see if this holds up. This is a little bit more impressive here near Mountain City, Georgia. And again, South Carolina line roughly here. So this circulation is going to move southeastward. So with that in mind, at some point, we're going to need to keep an eye on this. Again, we're not expecting like long track tornadoes, but they could be spinning up and down for a little bit. Walhalla, Salem, in fact, it looks like we have a new severe thunderstorm warning here for Salem and Walhalla, and this is in South Carolina. So yeah, looks like this is all right. So this is going to be, now that's been up there. All right. So this is Rabun and northeastern Oconee counties, 817. The severe thunderstorm is located 10 miles north of Walhalla, 4 miles northwest of Salem, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour, excuse me. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are the main concern, but we are watching this area of rotation around Mountain City as well. And it looks like we have yet a broader circulation moving into northern Georgia right here. So again, it looks like they are going with a severe thunderstorm warning to cover this. We'll see if something else is issued for this, but right now that looks kind of broad. Yeah, and the storms are relatively linear at this point, but again, when we put on the rotation, you can see kind of the broad rotation here, and then you have a little bit of a less strong, but still there circulation just to the east of Mountain City. But that circulation is no longer warned. It looks like the tornado warning there has ended. So that's some good news. Hayesville, Hiawassee, you got a lot of rain and everything here. I hope soon that we can get rid of this tornado warning. And again, if we can get on a downtrend with the loss of the heating of the day, that would be helpful. That would be a very nice thing to happen for us this evening. That is for sure. So again, Hayesville, Hiawassee here, all kind of just in the rain right now. Severe thunderstorm warnings, a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them. Kind of lining the South Carolina, North Carolina border. So we have 3 tornado warnings. We have 2 in the kind of the Research Triangle area. And then we have the one that's in far western North Carolina, which I don't think is terribly long for this world either. So We'll hope for the best on that. But let's see. And so I think Sam is having some internet issues, so which is not entirely unexpected, all things considered. So we're getting storms all over the place, kind of out of view here. We can actually let me take AKQ and let's take a peek real quick, kind of in eastern North Carolina. And yeah, we have that's a pretty decent looking set of storms here. Let me get AKQ up to where I can manipulate it. And yeah, so pretty decent cluster of thunderstorms now in Valhalla, near Hertford, and then we'll eventually get near Elizabeth City and get this into motion here. And you can see this is all moving kind of east and southeast. We have a marine warning out. Yeah, we have that marine warning. Let me get you the info on that. This is for Albemarle Sound and Alligator River until 9:45. So again, these are gusty thunderstorms. When we go to velocity, it's not looking terribly impressive. Maybe a little bit of noise in the back of the storm, but overall, nothing too scary to write home about right now, but enough to trigger that marine warning there. So, not a big deal, but pretty good thunderstorm. And again, a severe thunderstorm watch is out here. So we need folks to be on their guard. These can perk up and become severe with honestly very little notice. So let's go back to Raleigh. So let's go back to Raleigh, where we have a cluster of thunderstorms moving into the Raleigh metro area right now. We still have a tornado warning out for Hillsborough and Rougemont rather, just north of Durham. And let's go to velocity and see what we can see. Straight line winds are going to be the more common threat from this. We have a wide swath of severe thunderstorm warnings. But at this point, when I'm looking at the tornado warn cell, it's kind of messy. The velocity data is kind of messy there. I think this is noise back here. I'm not sure if I totally, let me look at the reflectivity there. Yeah, that's kind of on the back flank of the storm there. I think that might be noise. Not really an incredibly tight circulation. Let's go to CC. Yeah, we're looking good there. So we'll keep an eye on this. But yeah, if we navigate a few frames here, and you can definitely see that the storm has lost some of its organization, which is fine by me. All right, go back to reflectivity here. And again, chatters, I am kind of picking this up here and kind of looking there. So yeah, so Durham, we have a lot of folks from Durham. And again, north side of Durham, around I-85 north, kind of this general area is the area of concern. The radar data is not terribly impressive. That's a good thing, but that doesn't mean that can't change. But you can see that there's a little bit of curvature here, maybe a circulation aloft that might be trying to move lower to the ground. Regardless, heavy rain, very strong winds, and maybe some hail in this too. In fact, we were picking some hail up from the Greenville-Spartanburg radar, and that's a good bit ways away. You can see the lightning strikes coming in. Let me see taking a look at a couple pieces of data here. Yeah, the tornado probability on this is about 16%. And that sounds low, but that is pretty significant. So, so we are right here. And let's see what happens. Waiting on more data, always more data, right? And let's see what that looks like. So again, we're keeping a close eye on that. Let me quickly peek at the western North Carolina. Yeah, still 2 tornado warnings out here. We'll jump back to that in a second, actually. So we'll jump back to that in a second. Right now, whoa, a little too far. So Chapel Hill, right, kind of right in the thick of the heavy rain, and in fact, it looks like we now have a flash flood warning out for Chapel Hill. So let's read about that real quick. Yeah, so flash flood warning for southwestern Durham and southern Orange County in North Carolina. So additional 2.2 to 2.5 inches are expected in the warned area, and flash flooding could begin shortly here. Right now, radar indicated, but again, areas like Durham, Chapel Hill, Hillsborough, Carrboro, Parkwood, Jordan Lake, Bethesda, Cane Creek Reservoir, and the Research Triangle. Those areas right now, flash flood warning. So again, don't try to cross if you have to drive right now, which I hope you don't. But if you do, don't drive around any flooded roads, and understand that some roads could get going in kind of in a hurry. So that's something that we'll need to watch there. All right. And again, looking to the north and the tornado warn cell. Still a little bit of a curvature there. Let's go back to velocity. And then let me do one thing real quick. Storm motion and then storm relative velocity. Yeah, we're right now, as I see it, I am not as concerned about a tornado. So that is good news. Kind of as this looks right now. Now that could change, but right now it looks like much more of a straight line wind threat now, moving into the Raleigh metro. So again, let's go back to reflectivity here. This is going to be starting to see some of the rain get into Cary and Raleigh, and again, this whole area now under a severe thunderstorm warning. So all the way from Lewisburg down to Wake Forest, Knightdale, Raleigh proper, Cary, Bethesda, like basically everything that the outsiders would call Raleigh Durham is under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. I know people don't actually call it that, but every national outlet seems to do that. So, so that's kind of what we're looking at there. So again, we'll keep an eye on this tornado warning. I'm hoping that we are kind of getting on the back end of that, which would be great. That would be honestly really fantastic. So let's go over to Greenville. Let's go back to the Greenville radar. Have a couple questions about Greenville, South Carolina. And so again, we're looking right from the Greenville radar here, and we have a line of thunderstorm, sub-severe, but still fairly strong, moving through Spartanburg and Greer, actually right on top of the Weather Service office right now. So zoom in on that. Some heavy rain, maybe a little hail out of this. Gusty winds to 40 miles an hour, pea-size hail. So again, kind of sub-severe in the Greenville metro, which is great because once this is through, you're done. That's it. This is what you're getting, and so that's not so bad. A little bit quieter back here now that we have gotten those thunderstorms through and the atmosphere worked over a little bit. And Sam is, I think Sam, I don't know if you took a power hit or what, but let me pull you back into the stream here now that Sam, are you good to how oh, I don't think I can hear you.
Oh,
there we go. No, I got you now.
Okay. Yeah. So no, I had everything crashed on me, so I just had to do a complete reboot. So
that's life. I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, we still have 2 tornado warnings, and let me get to the velocity view here, and I might need to use another radar to look at a couple of these, but this has recently been issued, I believe. Yeah, this is new. This is from Morristown. This is in Eastern Polk County in East Tennessee, and southwestern Cherokee County in southwestern North Carolina. This goes until 9 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 8 miles north of Ducktown, moving southeast at 35 miles an hour. So again, this is a radar indicated rotation, but again, certainly a possibility that something could develop really at any time. The other storm that we've had a tornado warning on for Hayesville, I think this has moved out, but we still have broad circulation showing up, kind of out of that storm. It does not look like to this point that anything new has been issued downstream. So we'll keep an eye on that. There is a severe thunderstorm warning, and this is in Georgia, in northern Georgia. So there is a severe thunderstorm warning out there. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning for places like Salem and Walhalla as the line of storms moves through. Let's put the loop on so we can kind of show you what we're looking at. Also worth noting, let me move over here, over by Cleveland and Benton. This is over, and again, this is kind of further. This is not quite in anywhere near North Carolina at this point. This is more Tennessee. However, we are starting to see some additional storms fire up back here, and that has prompted additional severe thunderstorm warnings from northern Georgia. So that probably will not be a factor for Carolina weather, but certainly kind of an indication that some spots are worked over, some spots still have some time to go. And yeah, we are, continuing to monitor this. Looks like one of those tornado warnings was allowed to expire in the Raleigh-Durham area. Let's go back to RDU. And let's click that back up, and let me get to the last frame here. I thought I was getting to the last frame, maybe not.
Yeah, Jared, and I was going to tell you the one that's currently there has only got 6 minutes left on it. So
yeah, I don't think I don't think these are very long for the world. I think we're just we're just waiting for another sweep at this point. Yep, they're both gone. So they both. Okay. So the tornado warnings here in the kind of north of Durham here, tornado warnings are over, but the severe thunderstorm threat remains, and we now have a flash flood warning too. That's a kind of a new development during your crash. So
yeah, and I can run through that one because that came in about 20 minutes ago. And that's a flash flood warning for southwestern Durham and southern Orange County until 11:15. Doppler radar indicating between a half inch and an inch of rain has fallen. Additional amounts of 2 to 2.5 inches are possible. So that's flash flooding of small creeks. Durham, Chapel Hill, Hillsborough, Carborough, Parkwood, Jordan Lake, Bethesda, Cane Creek Reservoir, and RTP. And something to note, those areas have been hit hard by flash flooding in the past. In Chapel Hill, we saw that last year from our lone, which was it, Danielle? Is that right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah, that parts of Chapel Hill really got smacked by flash flooding. So they're already, so this is the first time we've seen a flash flood warning out of these. Even as slow moving as they've been, they haven't dumped a lot of rain, but an area that has seen a lot of rain in the past.
Yeah.
And with what we got over the weekend or going into the weekend in some of these locations, so the water table's already high in some of those areas. We're experiencing that out here on the Outer Banks with some high water tables now after the rain we got last weekend. So, yeah, and as one commenter is just saying, they're seeing quite a bit of rain in Chapel Hill right now. So that's something we need to be concerned about going forward with some of these slow moving, especially in those areas. The flash flooding threat definitely is a problem. And there you go right there.
Yeah, so here's the last hour of precipitation, and so this yellow is a wide swath of 1 to 2 inches that's fallen here as these storms have moved through. So again, not terribly surprising to see a flash flood warning be issued here. Let's also take a peek at the storm totals here. And so storm totals use a slightly different scale. That's a horrible inconsistency I need to rectify. But these yellow areas are 2 inches or higher. And so a lot of that has fallen recently too. So again, a lot of rain in a short time, and in kind of an urbanized area too. That usually spells trouble. Yeah, right down I-40. There's an imping. It's raining. Thank you to whoever impinged that. Nice to know that it's raining. And then that's a hail marker. So we have a couple. We have a couple hail markers showing up there as well. Put that in. I don't have all the. I don't have all the frames loaded, but you get the gist.
Yeah, definitely. And in fact, I'll show an image here. This is I-40 and Harrison in right there in Cary and Raleigh near the airport. This is always this busiest, really one of the busiest stretches of highway in the Triangle on a consistent basis. And man, I'm trying. Bear with me here. We're still learning some of the little quirks that this Restream likes to have with when you're trying to do what we're doing here. Yeah. So anyway, but traffic's moving there. I did want to chime in with a couple of things that I saw from James was kind of feeding us here offline. The earlier stuff. This is the MLS All-Star game is going on in Charlotte this week, and they had their skills event that was going on at Truist Field, and they issued a shelter in place for that because of the storms that were going through uptown earlier. And then the All-Star game is tomorrow. It looks like the weather's going to be great for that. So that's just, some of the impacts we've seen out of this tonight has been, things like that. But thankfully so far, we've avoided that we've had any touchdowns of tornadoes, but we've definitely been very busy tonight with what's going on with the severe weather.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're back on the Greenville Spartanburg radar, and again we're kind of looking at this is northern Georgia here, but we do have a new tornado warning in northern Georgia, and this looks like this is for Rayburn and Habersham, possibly. No, but this tornado warning is Townsend White, excuse me. And this is in Georgia. So in northern Georgia, this is just north of Helen, and this is all kind of moving southeast at 35. And something else that I was calling out, Sam, is that we're starting to see more of a back build here. So again, not necessarily Carolina weather, but certainly that ring of fire, so to speak, continues to kind of do its thing. And we now have it looks like the storms around Greenville and Spartanburg have intensified. So we now have a severe thunderstorm warning for really a lot of the kind of the eastern side of what you would consider the Greenville metro area. A lot of the small towns there in the kind of the suburbs there. So Woodruff, Great Court, Fountain Inn, Simpsonville, kind of on the edge there, Reedville, Roebuck, Moore, Pauline, Cross Anchor, all the way over to Union and Jonesville. And this is for this line of storms, and go to velocity. And again, nothing really spinning per se, but there is the risk for damaging straight line winds. And that is, still, that still can bring trees down. That can still cause problems. Just because it's not spinning,
right,
it doesn't mean it's not going to cause problems. So,
right. Yep.
So that's what we're seeing there. Set this into motion real quick so everybody can kind of see that kind of moving through there. So again, that's moving southeast about 30, 35 miles an hour. So again, we'll keep an eye on that. Right now, no indications that anything is spinning, which is good. Hopefully we can keep it that way.
Thanks for weighing in there, JKPI 314. It would have been Chantal. Thank you. Yes, it was Chantal.
Yeah.
Yep. And he had commented also later on that because of the drought, I guess is one of the advantages of the drought has been that everything's low. There's somewhere for the water to go. But again, we're all kind of still, you stay nervous whenever you get heavy rainfall like this. So.
Yeah, I mean, the drought helps here. It definitely does. But what can happen sometimes in a drought too is that you can get so much rain so quickly that it just runs off. It doesn't have time to permeate.
Right.
And so that can be, and especially in those urban areas. So definitely something that that we'll want to keep an eye on for those folks. But yes, the ongoing drought is kind of saving us here from potentially a larger issue. Again, just this nasty cluster of thunderstorms. Just a big cluster of thunderstorms moving into the Raleigh area. Again, big severe thunderstorm warning. The severe thunderstorm warnings have been pretty big, aerially speaking, and and they need to be, because these are relatively large clusters of thunderstorms that are capable of producing damaging winds, and still some hail, but not quite severe hail. But yeah, you can see that there's a. Let me. Speaking of damaging winds, so we're getting close to the radar site, and that can be helpful because we can start to see some of these wind gusts here. And this, I believe, I'm gonna have to do a little. Yeah, so that's about 600 feet up, and that's 65 miles an hour inbound to the radar, just north of Cary. So again, damaging wind threat very evident from this. See that bright green almost turning blue. Don't see that very often, but that's pretty strong straight line wind just a few hundred feet off the ground. So wouldn't be surprised to get some damage reports here fairly soon. Kind of going down the looks like the I-40 corridor here into Raleigh. And again, this is heading into Raleigh. So we will need folks to be on their guard here for what certainly at least looks like some strong winds, and really surprised me if there's a bit of an outflow boundary right
Yeah,
here.
I see that. Right.
Yeah. And so that's your gust front, and that's where you can get a shot of strong wind even before the rain arrives. So definitely something that we'll want to keep an eye on. The other thing too is that for those of us, I'm down, obviously I'm down closer to the coast in southeastern South Carolina. We're watching these tonight for maybe some of the outflow, potentially kicking things off on a relatively untapped atmosphere here tonight. There is the risk for a few stronger storms overnight further south, but
yeah, and that was a concern for us out here in the Outer Banks, was the fact that we're going to see it as a late night event, and that we did. I will say this, and out here we had some cloud cover during the day today that kind of kept the temperatures down, that may have helped stabilize things. But as you can see, and I know you're showing it right now with trying to show it from Raleigh radar with the velocities out here, we're getting pretty good amount of shower and thunderstorm activity just west of where I'm at, and again, tapping into some untapped moisture and untapped instability right now from out this way, and that's kind of what you may have to be concerned with late tonight or really early tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and I haven't taken a look at our weather balloon yet, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me if there was some instability available. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of out your way, right? And just a big glob of stuff, and so that actually isn't the worst thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the worst thing. You don't want to get the organized stuff like we're seeing further west and points there. But yeah, we'll have to keep, we'll obviously be keeping an eye on that. Again, very, very busy night just in general. Let's I mean,
yeah, I want to head
you want to take your national view actually, if you've got that.
Yeah, I can pull the national back up. Yeah, that'll be easy. And at the same time, we probably want to go back and revisit what's going on, because we do have active tornado warnings out west, way out west, right on the Georgia border. So,
yeah.
But while we're doing that, I can go back to the national here.
Cool.
Give me a second here and clean it up a little bit, just because we got so much on the screen sometimes.
It's one of those days.
Yeah, well, and our ability to multitask, or in fact, our ability to just hey, squirrel.
You kind of have to have a little bit of hey squirrel in this business, that's for sure.
Yeah, so there you go. There's our national view at the moment. A lot, I mean, like I said, going all the way up into Quebec, and then trailing all the way down till you get to the South Carolina, North Carolina border, and it makes a hard left turn and over to northern Georgia right now. That's how things look on the national scene. And if we put it in motion here, just only gives us about a 2-minute run. So not a lot of it. And that's one thing about it. This isn't very fast moving. This is a slow moving event here. I mean, I came on at 5 o'clock, but we've been watching things really since about 2, maybe 1 o'clock this afternoon, when we started getting development out over the Blue Ridge Mountains and northwestern North Carolina, when things started to fire off, and then it's just kind of picked up. Since 5 o'clock really is when we had the first of the tornado warnings. Still got that tornado watch in effect for the folks, Delaware, the Maryland Eastern Shore, parts of the Virginia Eastern Shore, and then on up into New Jersey and the Philadelphia area. That's our known tornado watch at the moment. And look at the amount of rain they've got going on right now. And then on up into New York, just west of New York City, with severe thunderstorm watch. The severe thunderstorm watch now for southeastern Virginia as well, where we're seeing the activity moving through. And there's still stuff back over West Virginia that's still got to kind of come through. Mm-hmm. And then as we move back down to our, back here in the Carolinas, you've got the severe thunderstorm watch going from Greenville to Greenville. That's kind of being chopped away, which probably indicates one reason why, even though we still have some storms firing off, a lot of that's probably residual with the sun still shining at the tops of those storms. But here in the next hour, they're gonna completely lose the heating of the day, and maybe we'll see those kind of weaken and fall apart, and not expected to get severe. That's why we're seeing the severe thunderstorm watch has been scaled back as it has so much on the west. I am a little surprised it hasn't been expanded out to the east. So that might be a good chance for me to go look at the I'll look at the SPC, and let's go back to you, Jared, because you've got a great a great image up there on yours.
Yeah, we got the water vapor up here, and kind of want to show you guys here a little bit is this is kind of gives us a good look at the upper level setup. You can see the kind of a bit of a spin here. It's a little bit of a what we call a shortwave trough. And that is helping to drive this thunderstorm activity and a front through this afternoon and evening. And so there's your convection. You see a lot of the storm reports and the watches, which are gradually being trimmed back. We have a high pressure. We have an upper level high that's sitting right over Oklahoma City and into Missouri, and that's baking them. And on the other side of it, you have showers and thunderstorms firing. So this is what's called a ring of fire pattern. Where you have a big ridge and you have thunderstorms all the way around it. And so we have this, this punch of cooler, drier air moving in, and with the upper low to the north and then a little bit of energy to the south. So kind of interesting. Always fun to dig in on that. And, that's it's always a nice thing.
Right.
To be able to see.
Yeah. I was trying to see if I could get an idea what they're thinking now, but they don't have any updates. I really don't have many updates from the SPC on what the process they're looking at for tonight is anyway.
Yeah, they update the outlook at 4:00, and then
right.
And then we'll probably see a new outlook here fairly soon. But regardless, I think that we still have active thunderstorms. We still have severe thunderstorms now south of Spartanburg, moving into Union. Big warning continues, Lawrence, Union. This is all sagging south. There's some gusty winds with this. Let's go to, I think I've got control now. Do I have control? I don't know. Do I ever have control anymore? It doesn't feel that way sometimes. I don't know. All of a sudden, the Stream Deck the mobile Stream Deck is acting a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So I don't know what I did there. Anyway,
is that on your side, or you're not on the restream, right? You're talking about
that's my side. Yeah.
Okay.
This is my, because I try too hard, right? Okay, there we go. Yeah, set this into a loop here. Honestly, if we want to talk about some weather, it's starting to fire. It's really starting to get going here on the South Carolina, Georgia border. Northern Georgia, big severe thunderstorm warning now. Looks like that takes in parts of Seneca and Walhalla. And this is moving south, and this is moving southward about 30 miles an hour. You can see that, this is kind of intensified over the last little bit. Let me move. Yeah, let me pan the radar a little bit so you guys can see a little better what I'm talking about. And this is a pretty good view from the GSP radar. You just see a boom, all firing up, all headed south. And so again, this is going to be a Georgia issue, but areas in the CSRA. So we're starting to get into, keep an eye out, in the Augusta area, some of the towns like McCormick, some of the, there's a lot of towns in the CSRA, and that's a central Savannah River area. And it looks like that these may be able to make a run And again, that's been something that we've been kind of watching really from down here from the coast for a little bit now. Is will these be able to make a run all the way to the coast? And again, loss of daytime heating is one thing, but you can still get some elevated instability to hang around, and that's where we start to run into trouble. So it might be a bit of it could be a loud night for some as you get into Columbia and Orangeburg and down even into Charleston, possibly. So see how this works out. But
yeah, I'm just looking down that way, starting to see what we've looked at with those where we've got the warnings currently still just south of the state line. And you were showing that, but then as we head on back to the east, looks like we're starting to see some of this, just moderate shower activity. I mean, I see a little bit of lightning in there. One little cell around Kershaw that looks like it wants to get a little frisky. But it's starting to pick up some speed. That one's got quite a bit of forward speed on it too.
Yeah, what's happening is that these things are starting to gust out, and the cold pool of basically the cold pool of air, the storm goes up, mixes out cold air right to the surface. That's how you get your gust fronts, and that's how you can get damaging winds. That might be accelerating these a little bit, and that's where we're going to want to keep an eye on to maybe see if these outflow can begin to initiate some storms further south into the I-20 corridor here. So keep an eye on that. But the good news is right now, let's see, in the Carolinas, so I preface it with the Carolinas because Georgia definitely has its share of issues. No tornado warnings in the Carolinas right now. So let's knock on wood and we keep it that way.
And we've only got 4 severe thunderstorm warnings in the 2 states right now. Got one up around Roanoke Rapids. You got another one covering much of the triangle. 2, and they're basically one and two, they're encompassing each other. With a flood warning in play, a flash flood warning as well for parts of Durham and Chapel Hill. And then that one that's just south of Spartanburg and Gaffney into Union. And then the one that's just got a little piece of South Carolina in it, right along, like you said, right along the Savannah Valley.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get Columbia to load, but apparently it is not cooperating. I don't know if it's down or.
I've got it. Yeah, it's up. It's working. So
it's up. Okay, so it's just I guess I probably exceeded some sort of rate limit.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to me earlier. My computer, my Mac said, "I'm done. Surrender."
Yeah. I have multiple radars set up at the moment, and multiple GR analyst radars set up. So it's
well, here you go. I've got it pulled up here if this helps.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've got right around between Lancaster, Heath Springs, Kershaw. We got something, a little bit of something. They're just moderate showers. Same thing from Chester, almost like straight lining down towards Winnsboro. Of course, we back over here with in Union and Jonesville, that area where we've got the severe thunderstorm warning with a little bit of lightning in those cells.
Yeah.
But that's all we got. And then just some light rain out as you head farther to the east towards the 95 corridor.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I mean, certainly not bad. Why is this showing that right? Oh, you know what? This was my floater window. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm we're just learning things, guys. We're just learning things. I just got to figure out where that is so I can terminate it. I think that's the screen. Yeah, that's the one I don't want. All right. And then there we go. So looking from Charleston, want to take a peek there. If you're at Charleston, really a lot of clutter and, and things right now. There's your thunderstorm complex to the north. You can see you can see that kind of in the north there. So we'll keep an eye on it. But I don't think, we'll need to see, we'll need to see what happens. I think, Sam, real quick, I'm going to return to a sitting position.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a little bit of analysis, kind of live analysis with you guys. So go ahead and get back into that mode real fast.
All right. Well, and while you're doing that, we'll throw back into the radar here. Let's see. That was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to get myself up here. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
All right.
Let me do that. There we go.
Okay.
All right. So now that we're sitting down, are you sitting down?
I am sitting down all the time.
Yep. I'm gonna go take a peek at while we're nerding out, let's get weird.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go grab. Should have the evening sounding from Charleston. Yes, we do. So give me just a second here. So talking about unrealized instability, let's talk about this. This is going to get really nerdy, y'all. So please bear with me, but I promise it's good. Let me take my. Actually, I'm just going to do an old school, old fashioned share here.
Okay. All right.
And oh nope, that's not what you want to see. Let me just go back to my standard key here. So you can see here, I've got this is the weather balloon data from Charleston as of this evening. So this weather balloon, this is the 0Z sounding. It went up at 8 o'clock. We now have the data from it at 9. And this green area here.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, that wasn't supposed to happen.
All good.
I was trying to get us off so you could see the full.
That's fine. Yeah, let me. Actually, I can do us one better.
There we go.
So when we look at this, you see this green area here. Mm-hmm. This is instability. This is CAPE, convective available potential energy. This is big old fat CAPE. This is a lot. The sounding from a parcel lifted from the surface has about 4,500 joules worth of CAPE to work with. It looks like that's a lot. Mm-hmm. So that's why there's the consideration that there's the potential here for maybe something to survive this far south that we would need to keep an eye on. Okay. So anyway, just a little.
Are you able to pull up MHX's sounding? Now they had issue. Now they did say they had issues today that they were working through. So I don't know if they got an 18 Zulu sound.
It looks like they got a 0Z. So okay. And that one shows 6,000. Wow.
Okay.
Hold on. Wow. Wow. Here's Newport. There you go.
Woo.
Literally off the charts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and if we go back to it, I'll do this, and that's probably why we've got the severe thunderstorm warning. Our watch up until 1 a.m. out to Greenville. But if you look at the radar right now, and trying to look ahead at what's coming, so, and let me switch to Morehead cities just to kind of give you an idea of what might be happening here. Here's Greenville right here. So you're starting to see clusters pop off. These have just popped up really in the last few minutes. Let me put it into motion here and see that we can start to see. So there's 6:30, 7 o'clock. Just nothing down in that part of the region. Right there over the last 10, 15 minutes, we're starting to see some of these tiny cells pop up. This is Newport right here in the center of that dot right there. That's where that sounding was launched from. Mm-hmm. That's the Newport Morehead City office radar. Yep. So this area here, like you said, with that much energy still in the atmosphere at 8 o'clock, right? Because that's what that zero, at 8 o'clock. And in fact, I got a feeling that may be a watch box that was just issued. And no, it's not. Yep.
Yeah, they probably
extended. They're extending it and expanding it out. So that just set off my weather radio. The Mamie weather the Mamie weather radio is what I monitor. Out here in northeastern North Carolina, I actually can see the tower it's on from my bedroom. Yep, they just expanded the severe thunderstorm watch. There, it just popped up. So north of the Albemarle Sound up into Hampton Roads, that's watch. So definitely we're not done by any stretch of the imagination. And that severe thunderstorm watch runs until That's the old watch box. So give me a second here. Hour and 53 minutes. That
And it's
doesn't.
possible they may have just extended it in area to go for the next hour.
10 p.m. Yes, they
Yeah,
did. They extended
yeah,
it
that's
for the
all that
next hour.
is.
Okay, yeah, because this right here, this activity that we got going on here, and just literally outside my window right now, we're starting to see things pop off here. We've got the severe thunderstorm warning that's been in effect for quite a while back over Roanoke Rapids. So, there we've got that. We've got what's going on around the triangle at the moment, and I'll switch to the Raleigh radar to give a closer image. But like you said, the areas to the east still have a lot of energy for these storms to work with, and still the potential for them to fire off on their own, not fire off from what's fired off back over the mountains earlier today.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we'll see. We will see if these can. Um, we'll see if it hangs out. We'll see if it can. We'll see if these ultimately do hold together again. Um, those soundings were still taken when it was still light out. I mean, that's just the nature of this
Right.
time.
Yeah,
Uh,
here's a new severe thunderstorm warning that just came through for parts of Anson County and Stanley County, Albemarle, Oakboro, till 9:02. That's severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm located 9 miles east of Midland, 12 miles southwest of Albemarle, moving east at 40 miles an hour. And it's just the standard radar indicated 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts
yep.
there. You know what? You look at these cells back over Gastonia and on down towards Tegakay and Newport and Rock Hill. They're getting a little frisky there. This cell right here that I would mention earlier over Kershaw, starting to get a little bit more to it. Let me see if I can get no, not Charleston. We don't need Charleston yet. I got a feeling we're going to need it later. if we're still on the air. Okay, tornado warning here. This the one. Okay, that's 6 minutes left. Okay, that's in Georgia. Yeah. Okay. I want to make sure I was right. That's the lone tornado warning we've got right now. There's 6 minutes left in that one. So we've got this severe thunderstorm warning over Union. That's got 21 minutes left. For let's see, Central Lawrence, northwestern Chester, southeastern Spartanburg, and Union. Let's see. That one is again. What did I say? That one's got till 21 minutes left, so that's got till 9:30. All right, that one's the new one. Still quite a bit going on here in the triangle. Although now it's starting to move east. That one does it meet, or did that look like that cell's divided itself? Let's see here. And that's got to be a severe thunderstorm warning. I have a feeling for my neck of the woods here on the Outer Banks. Oh, expanding. Yeah, so they've expanded one of the watches. So that's one thing about it. I am actually literally, and I think we've lost Jared. He might have had the same issue I had earlier. So we'll see if he gets back in there. No, you're there. I guess I didn't. Did you mute? Yeah, I don't have your audio. Did we lose your audio? All right. Oh, there you are. Got you back. Well, I heard you. So anyway, we just had severe thunderstorm watch was expanded out. Let me go back to Raleigh here because we were talking about what's going on here. Raleigh, still 35 minutes left on the warning that's covering much of the triangle. In fact, really the triangle proper and northeast of Raleigh, and then back towards Durham. We got the flash flood warning that was issued earlier for Chapel and Durham. Looks like the rain has come to an end over the areas that saw it earlier, so that's good news. That are in that flash flood warning in the box, which is still for another 2 hours. And that was a flash flood warning again for parts of Durham and Orange counties, southern Orange and southwestern Durham, until 11:15 because of the rain they'd gotten earlier. So we got those. Here's a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to last until 10:15 p.m. And includes Rocky Mounts. This is for the cells that are over Zebulon and around headed towards Nashville. So Rocky Mount, Nashville, Wilson, Zebulon, I-95, Elm City, Dorchester, Bailey, Bunn, Wendell, and Sharpsburg. Expected to see this severe thunderstorm for the next hour. Okay, yeah, that was what. Yeah, and now I'm getting the alerts from our mobile services. Dare County's EM's sending out, or say sending out. It's all automated now, but that was just a severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. For the Outer Banks. Yeah,
because I was on mute at the hardware level.
Oh, okay.
So that explains that.
Yeah. That would explain it.
Yeah, but again, taking a look at the rain up here, kind of the rains that's fallen just in the last hour. Yeah, we have a little 2.09 inch, a little bit of a bullseye there. So kind of interesting.
Let me see here. I've got Jared. Are you able to take things for a few minutes? Because I need to step away and catch up on a few things. So,
yeah.
And in fact, you know what I need to do, because obviously we all have day job. I need to do some radio updates because I haven't done that. Now that we've got a severe thunderstorm watch, I need to update my stuff on 99.1 The Sound. So I need to step away for a minute.
And honestly, I think what we can do with no tornado warnings up, and we
send it back to the net.
Yeah, I think we can send it back to the net at this point.
Okay.
If we need to jump in, we can. But I think at this point we are starting to see that, maybe the net is where we can get to you guys. So,
and the net, if we can explain that one more time. In fact, let me go back here and show everybody. If in case you're curious, if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching our live storm coverage, our live coverage here on the Carolina Weather Group YouTube channel, we are going to step away. But what you need to do is go to the Carolina Weather Group page on YouTube and click on the live tab. And that's where you will find live weather, live storms, Carolina weather radar, severe alerts, forecast, and sky cams. If you do that, then you can find us. Oh, I shifted you. Oh, man. James, where are you?
I got it.
You got it. There we go. But if you do that, and let me share that and then I'll get out of here. We'll get out of here. But if you want to know how to keep up, go to the live tab on the Carolina Weather Group YouTube channel. Those of you who are already there, you're going to stay right here on what we call the net, and we'll just switch away and you'll go back to it. And you're going to get the thunder. You're going to get the warnings. You're going to get live updates with live cameras all over the place. Hey, there you are. But you're going to see the different things like the active warnings, the crawl across the bottom that's got the severe thunderstorm watch counties, all that. Look, we're in an infinite loop now. So anyway, all right. So that's going to do it for me. And I guess, Jared, do we want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Sam, thank you. Iron Man, I know you got to get your radio and everything here.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. The weather never sleeps. So News Watch never stops. So for all of us here at the Carolina Weather Group, thanks for joining us this afternoon. If we get any more tornado warnings, we will jump back in with live coverage. Otherwise, keep it on the Carolina Weather Net. Check us out on Patreon, all that stuff. We will see you next time here on the Carolina Weather Group.
Bye, y'all.